Good morning, chat. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well today. Why can't I see Fi? We gatekeep that, chat. We gatekeep that. Welcome to stream. Hope you guys are doing well today. It's another day, another shiny hunt. Let me tell you, if you were not here yesterday, probably the luckiest day we've had in quite a few days. And I did some offline hunting as well. And we still found some, well, I mean, I didn't find anything off stream, but I did make a ton of progress yesterday. So, yeah, it's gonna be big today because we only have one Pokemon left in this zone. One kind rat is left. And so we are going to dabble with that today, and hopefully we walk away with that. That'd be a really good deal. Be a really nice deal, maybe, who knows? Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well, chat. Oh. No. No. Yes. Hello, chat. Welcome back to the Shiny Professor of Challenge Legends DA. In the last stream, we found, I think, 7 shinies, maybe 8 shinies. I don't entirely remember how many we found. It was a lot. It was way more than usual. And our game plan today is we're gonna try and get Gible. Last night off stream, I tried going for Absol, which I can show you now. As you see, I am on the rooftop. And I did some running back and forth. This is our Absol routine that we're going for. You have to like run over here and despawn it and then run back here and respawn it. And I did about 2,000 encounters yesterday, which is not bad. Like that's pretty solid, pretty good. So obviously we're not gonna do that on stream today, but what we are going to do on stream today is still take on Zone 8. You are on the screen? You are now. You are now. But yeah, that's our game plan, is we are just gonna go through Zone 8 and we're gonna see how many kind little shiny monsters we can get today, but we need Gible. And in total, out of the 12 mandated Drillbur that we need to go for, we have 3. We have 3 of them. So hopefully today we can walk away with getting one. Additionally, there is special new lore that's here, chat. There is special new lore. I was made aware that there is a there was a release of Tomodachi Life, right? They released like a demo thing for Tomodachi Life today. Yeah, and so we might dabble with that. Why not? Apparently you can make characters and the progress carries over to the next game. Or like to the game when it comes out. Also, use your freaking points. Use your freaking points. But yeah, that's something we might check out at some point today during stream. Why not? I think it'd be worth it. Considering that game comes out in two weeks, right? It's the 10th, 14th is when it comes out or something like that. Anyways, but yeah, that's our game plan today. All of these little pits, this is where we want to find a shiny, because that has a chance to have Gible, and that is the only thing that keeps us from being in this zone. And in a perfect world, I'm not even joking, if we found Gible early enough today, we can also get Absol today. That is a actual feasible scenario. We just need to get a little bit more lucky. But yeah, that's our plan, as it has been. But we only have 2 Pokemon left for this section, and then we can go and do Hot Foss. Huge Hot Foss. How about you guys? What are you guys up to today? What's our game plan? The weekend's coming up. Are we ranching our Rama? Holy 60 stream streak. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. No work, love that. I feel like you'd like Tomodachi Life, Ludo. That's gonna be up your alley. I'm still stuck on Charmander. Rat. I'm gonna see the world record carrot cake. Well, we have to know more. You can't just say that. That sounds too enticing. Stardust, thanks for the 7 months. Venusaur Lover, thanks for the 3 months. Queen, thanks for the 9 months. Avocado, thanks for the 11 months. Thank you. Thank you. How much is Pokopia? Or no, sorry, Pokopia. How much is Tomodachi Life? Is it 70? 60? Probably 60, right? I would imagine it's not. It's not that much. 85. Jeez. Jeez. They're really going. There must be a lot in there. Yeah, I had a late start to the day, chat. I slept in big time. My bad. But hey, you know. I did a lot yesterday because when I ended stream, I went for a bike ride and then I shiny hunted for like 4 hours. And then we went for a walk. So there was a lot that happened. It's a Switch 1 game. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. What are you trying to get, Pokemon Wind or Waves? I always get both. But the one that I always play is the second game. So I'm gonna play Waves. And maybe if you're lucky, chat, you'll get a copy from me. But that's something that happens 2 years from now. Pretty much. John, can I get a Switch 2 if the shiny is not in alpha? I don't know what you're saying. But that's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Keep it up. What should I shiny on Scarlet and Violet considering I'm on handheld and very blind? Cloth. Cloth. Can't miss that one. That thing screams at you when you see it. Fluttermane, yeah, true. Fluttermane, you can't mess up. You quite literally cannot fail Fluttermane. Don't say Tandemaus, that's evil. I thought of doing a video where we look for shiny Tandemaus in Scarlet and Violet, like the family of 3 mousehold. We still might do that someday. I think that's a video that is... I don't know if the word quick is the right word to use, but it wouldn't take super long to do that video. We're already up, baby. We're already up today. How long has it been? 6 minutes. Have I manifested my big day? Have I manifested my big day? Okay, if you don't know, there is an 8% chance that this hole has a Gibble in it. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's okay, it's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Listen, statistically, we're under odds. We're under odds, chat, but I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. That was worth it. All right. Okay. You know what? Let's just run the same prediction again. Why not? Why not? All right, chat. Nature guesses. Wait, we're on our 4th Drillbur. I'm sorry, not our 3rd. Oh, wait, we're ahead. Did I say that? Did I say 3rd? I don't know. Anyways, it's relaxed. Oh, I didn't give you a chance. My bad. My bad. Use your points, chat. Use your points. What do I name this? What do I name it? Wait. Manifest. That's what we need. We need to manifest it. Destiny? We'll name the next one Destiny. We'll just keep naming every single one subliminal messaging until we get there. We'll make it happen. That's not bad. That's a great start to the day. I'll never complain. I want Gibble in the hole. Well, hey, listen. We are almost at half odds to get Gibble. I can hang with that. That's not a bad day, everybody. The one thing I will say is that we don't do a ton of these encounters per day, which is kind of why it takes so long. However, there's a good chance that we find something, you know, during the course of like, we could maybe find 2 more Drillbur today. Or maybe we just get 1 Gibble. We don't have to worry about this. But yeah, Chad, do you have any interest in watching me play the demo of Tomo Life today? Like at some point? Because I'm down. I'm down to ride, see how it is. Because I'm assuming that most of you have already started it if you have interest in it. How long does it take to get through it? I would assume a cool 30 minutes. A cool chill 30 minutes. Which I'm down for a little segue. Bro doesn't know. I mean, I know that game is like, it's an endless game, but for a demo, I would assume it would be relatively short. Because I thought it was just to customize your characters. Or is it actually the game? Because I watched a little video this morning. Demos used to be like 20 minutes. Yeah, I haven't played a demo in forever. If I ever want to get a game, I am just adamant about getting the game, you know? Did you guys know that there is a Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee demo? The demo came out, I think, 8 months after the game dropped. And additionally, you can shiny hunt the starter in those games. Why? Because, well, in earlier times of the Pokemon franchise, they have released demos, and every single time it's been a disaster. For example, one of the most notable ones was Sun and Moon. They had a demo of Sun and Moon, and if you did the demo, you got Ash Greninja. Was that the big thing that you got? Wasn't it Ash Greninja for doing that? Either way, you got something for doing the Sun and Moon demo. However, they basically put in, not the entire game, but a large chunk of the game was in the Sun and Moon demo, including the entire Pokedex. And so, wait a second, that's 5. Wait, where all these holes come from? Huh? That was 6 holes. Where are all these holes coming from? Look. Okay, maybe this is our Gibble day. Hold on. It's the mole people. Anyways.
I'm gaming.
Wait, I don't know how long that's gonna last, but I'm not complaining. What did I just do? Where has this been the entire time we hunted here yesterday? And why did it just activate at the beginning of stream? Like, that wasn't how it was at the beginning of stream. I mean, I'm not complaining, but that's good. Anyways, where was I? So Ash Greninja was in Sun and Moon. And they accidentally left in the entire Alola Pokedex. And so the sprites for and names of every single Pokemon that was introduced into Gen 7 was leaked through that game, through that demo. And then something happened with Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. To be totally honest with you, I don't remember what it was. But I think something else got leaked in that too. Maybe that was also the Pokedex, but it wasn't as egregious just because it's like, what new Pokemon could they add? Maybe it was Megas. Yeah, maybe it was the Megas. And so they wanted to release a demo for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but they released it so much later that there is no possible way that any like, you know, everybody already knew everything about the game by the time that it came out. Or SMO had a glitch shiny hunt. I mean, you can also get a shiny starter in that one as well. Yep.
Flexed bicep emoji, flexed bicep emoji, flexed bicep emoji.
But you can't like take it out of the game. It's really just a novelty hunt that you can do. But I mean, they're fun. What's going on? We already found a shiny today. And as you can see, I have a large collection of bugs. I guess we'll have to figure out, because once I caught that one Drillbur, it updated. So if we start getting less of them, maybe that's what I need to do. Because what I'm seeing is 6 spawns.
Use your Prime subs, gamers.
So if, and I mean, you know, like that, this is the way to get Gibble. You can only get Gibble in these little pits. See? Wow, that was a weird coincidence. So, LOL, I tried to tell you yesterday, but you didn't tell me how to do it. I also don't know how I did it. That's the thing. But regardless, I mean, now we know. It's all good. But now we have the most likely spawn being Drillbur now. Is more than anything. What did we not know but now know? We know. And that's what matters, everybody. Much less than 12 Drillbur now? No, it's still the same. It's just we can now get Drillbur statistically way more when it comes time to get a shiny. Because now it is probably 1/3 of the encounters of this area. Actually, no, it's probably half. I'm sure it just replaces spawns. I guess we could check right now. We can just run around. Because before it was 10 Pokemon. 10 Pokemon spawned. So, Numel. Wait, no. I think it just added more spawns. Yep. It just added more spawns. So now instead of 10 spawns, we get 13. And so 6 out of the 13, so nearly half. Nearly half of the spawns are now Drillbur or Gibble. I will absolutely take that. Yeah, this is Triforce Heroes. I have actually never played the game. But I did play Link Between Worlds. That was a fun game. I did play that. But yeah. Chammy is getting a lot of good reviews. How, it's live service though. Was it like an in-person thing? In person, people got to try Champions? I assume it's just competitive players got invited to check it out. Wolfie? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. He is competitive Pokemon, so. It was at PAX East? Really? Like a playable version? Is PAX East happening right now? You can shiny hunt the rentals. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That changes everything. Okay, maybe we do play it now. You think that's worth the time investment, chat? I'm tempted. I'm tempted to shiny hunt a starter in champions. How does it feel being the Wolfie of the shiny hunting world? I don't think that I'm that. What is the correlation? Is the implication of being good or being popular? Which one is it? Because he's both. I am the and I take that every single day. You have knowledge too? I know some things. I do. Okay, wait, the holes went down now. That was only 3. Is this like a quick buff? Hey, I make Vix of the Prime. Lemonade. Thank you for the 8 months of Prime. 3, 4. I guess they just kind of they're moved around. I don't see them. Is there a shiny hunter YouTuber with more subs? Like dedicated shiny hunting? Probably, yeah. Yeah, because here's the thing, chat, is I'm just an English speaker. Dedicated, the whole entire foundation of the channel is shiny hunting. I mean, I can't think of anybody. There are people who you could contest maybe like PM7 definitely has way more subscribers than I do, but is he a shiny hunter? I don't know. My first shelf in this game was a Swirlix. Epic. Do you want the P Machop? I already have one. Maybe then. I don't know. I don't ever think that way. To be fair, if there's somebody who's larger than me, cool. Congrats to them. You know, that's not my aim. My aim is to game everybody. Yeah, we gotta check in 20 minutes. I feel like the number of spawns went down. I'm now only seeing 4, and there were 6 before. Yeah, Nora's setup is absolutely insane. Oh wait, no, I see 5. I see 5 of them. Yeah, every setup that she has is just wild. And you know what's crazy though? There are people who have larger setups. I have seen recently, I've seen somebody who is doing shiny hunts with 32 fire red games at once. All on one screen. You know? It's just crazy. Imagine 32 games. And keep in mind, it's not Switches. It's GameCubes. And is that watchable? I mean, their camera is typically in the center. And so they're seen. Who just owns 32 GameCubes? Those are not the hard part. Buying 32 GameCubes is a lot of money. Don't get it twisted. That is the cheapest part. It is the cheapest portion of that entire endeavor. Because then you need the games. You need, actually, sorry, the Game Boy Player peripheral is the cheapest part of that, probably. The disc for every single one of those. How much is the Game Boy Player disc alone? It's probably $75, right? The Wavebird adapters, I was actually just talking about that yesterday, I think. They make third-party Wave adapters now. And I just bought some, and they're $25 a piece, rather than 70. that they are now 80 bucks. So a good 10K in total. GameCubes they probably go for about 100 a piece. If you buy them in bulk, I'm sure you could get a discount. You could probably bring that down to like 90 a piece or something like that. Around there. No, actually, it's probably more than that. Think of the games, chat. Think of the price of Fire Red Leaf Green. Those games are still about $110, $120. How many subs does Catherine have? 7 million. Yep. She just gained 3 million last week. Right as I was about to catch up. Oh, actually, you know what? To be fair, a lot of people who do those multi-hunts, they play on Japanese games. So I guess using that number isn't very fair. So yeah, 10,000 is probably... That's the cost if you want to have that set up. Yeah. And then you have to find the place to sit all of those GameCubes. I've seen people do it on like a staircase format. Like not an actual staircase, but they have it like on tiers. And so they have like a row of 5 GameCubes and then another row of 5 GameCubes and another row, and they're all like accessible. And they have just wires spit out the back. What Gen 10 starter do you think will have the best shiny? Gekwa. Imagine if Gekwa was like gold. I was gonna say black, but that's too close to Greninja. I don't think they'll do that. Are there any gold starters other than like Charmander? You could contest, I guess, say Chikorita, right? But like gold. Not like Torchic yellow, gold. Tepig, yeah, Tepig is gold. Yep, got me there. Score bunny. Okay, stop. I thought I had a creative idea. Let me have it. Purple, I can see purple. I can see that happening. I am kind of hoping that I could really see Gekwa becoming a poison dart frog. That just seems very realistic. Like a, it just becomes water poison. Do you have Metroid music? I don't, mostly because the Metroid music doesn't really fit in a stream. It's not really, it's all dark. It's all very dark sounding. It has to be water psychic. There's no other option. It has to be. Do you think they'll get rid of shiny locks for Gen 10? No. If anything, they'll add more. They're just gonna add more of them. You should add the Metroid Prime main menu theme. Oh, I probably should do that. A lot of Metroid music too is also just like ambiance. It's just kind of like environmental sounds, which is fantastic for the game, but not fantastic for like casual listening. Oh, think of the same way as the music in Scarlet and Violet. Like when you're walking around in Scarlet and Violet, or sorry, no, a better example is probably like Legends Arceus. Legends Arceus music, there are few songs in that game that are like routinely listenable outside of Legends Arceus. Like the Jubilife City theme, fantastic, right? Heartwood, also fantastic. Cobalt Coastlands version 3 or 2, I forget which one it is.
Hello. There's
one with that where it has like a really strong melody to it, very beach sounding, and then you have like all of the battle themes. But if you're like running around the Obsidian Fieldlands, the music is very kind of bland, but it's on purpose and it fits the game. And Laventin's theme, yeah, I love Laventin's theme so much. What do you think about the island scan feature in Sun and Moon? I have shiny hunted that before. It's pretty fun.
Still no Gibble.
I'd be down to do it again. Yeah, no Gibble. I mean, we've only been hunting for 2 days. It's a 1 in 12 chance to get one. So, but yesterday, chat, we caught every single shiny except for Gibble. If you want to get really technical, we didn't catch Krokorok, but we got Sandile. So, you know. And we got Garbodor. And we got Gort. And we got Pidgey. And Machop. And Sandile. And Drillbur. Anybody else? Anybody else I missed? And Numel. We got Numel as well. That was actually the first one we got of the day. No, that was Sandile. Then it was Numel. I'm all caught up. Are you going for living dex? No. Nope. I'm good. Resh, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate it. Tinky, thanks for the 6 months of Prime. Spunky, thanks for the 18 months. Run Riot, thanks for the Prime. Julia, thanks for the 11 months. If I didn't say that, I feel like I did, but if I didn't, thanks. But yeah, so I did the Absol hunt last night. I recorded for about like 4 hours, and so I reached pretty much half odds, maybe a little bit more than that. And I'm probably just gonna repeat that tonight as well and see. Why are there only 2 left if you need 3? Because I need Absol and Gibble. It's just I only need Gibble in this section, in this location, I mean, this specific zone. What challenge are you doing? I'm getting every single shiny before each rank up. And so if you look, I'm currently in rank V. And I have to catch every single Pokemon and evolve them to their highest evolution. Highest possible evolution at that point in time. Before I go to the next location. And you are currently watching the tail end of this video. Because the beginning was... I forget how many hunts were actually in that section. Like, I know how many Pokemon, but I don't know how many individual hunts. I want to say it was like 11, maybe 10. And then the second section was about 45 shiny hunts. In total, we had to get 93 Pokemon in the last section. Or sorry, we had 1 Pokemon in the last section. That was Mareep. And then before that, it was 93 Pokemon. And that was quite a journey. But we made it through. We made it happen. And I'm excited tomorrow because I get to work on a whole bunch of stuff for this video. Putting stuff together. Because tomorrow's Thursday, right? Do you play any other games outside of Pokemon? Okay, so I don't know if you guys are this way, but I am totally like trapped by nostalgia when it comes to video games. Like, I feel way more safe playing a game that I know that I've played in the past and I've very much enjoyed than diving into a brand new game. This is gonna be a video? Absolutely, yes. I like playing it safe. Because I feel like I bought a lot of games. This is like a canon event for a gamer. Chat, type 1 if you've experienced this situation where you get online and one of your friends is playing a new game and you're like, oh, you're playing a new game? And they're like, bro, you gotta play this game. You gotta play this game. It's gonna be so good. And you're like, okay, I'm down to play it. And then you play it for 1 day and then magically the person who recommended the game to you no longer plays the game. That has happened to me so many times. They just magically hate the game now. I'm actually bored. So I like playing games that are safe. Games that I know that I'll enjoy. Like one, I don't know really where this came from, but I've had the itch to play this game the past couple of days. But I talked to Blue yesterday, and I think we're gonna play Black Ops Zombies. I don't know. I just really want to play some Black Ops Zombies. You know, stay up real late at night. Why not? It's fun. It's a great time. And here's the thing is I'm totally not tapped in to like anything past BO2. I don't know any, like, and I know that BO3 is the GOAT when it comes to zombies. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, but I want to just stay up real late at night, you know, making zombie trains. That sounds like a fun activity. You have to play it at night though, because then it's really scary. When they're knocking down the barricades, you get real scared. Are you do the DLC? No, just to start out, we're just gonna do Kino. Just because, like, you know, that was back in the day where if you wanted to get more stuff in a game, you had to buy the DLC. And it's Activision is very odd when it comes to their games. Like, if I wanted to buy all of the DLC right now, it's still, like, it's on sale right now, but I think it's, like, still $25, and I don't think I want to pay that. Just being honest, just don't really care to pay that. I'd rather just play the, like, one map that I really enjoy. Because I don't think I'm going to want to, I'm not, like, planning on making a month out of it, or even a week. I just kind of want to play it a couple times just to get it out of my system. Do you guys ever play the mobile version? There was an iPod Touch version, and it was World at War. I remember playing that, and I am one of the very few people I would like to thank who played it over Wi-Fi. Like, I played it with a friend from my school. We both used our iPod Touches, and we played on Noct with and we made it like 11, 12 rounds, and then we're just like, yeah, no, we're good. And I think that game is like, I wouldn't say it's lost media, but they have not updated it for probably the better half of a decade, so not playable anymore, to my understanding. Anyways, but yeah, I said this year that I would like to play more games, and that's why I'm open to playing games like Tomodachi Life when it comes out. I just get serious. I don't think it's FOMO. It's like the opposite of FOMO, or maybe not the opposite. Basically, whenever a game comes out, if I'm not playing it within the week that it comes out, my interest in playing it is so gone. Just because I know I'm gonna be behind in all of like the little pop culture references and bits, I'm going to be a week behind everybody else, and I'm gonna have to rush to catch up and just to feel like I'm part of the thing, and I'd rather just be not in the thing than be stressed out trying to play a new game. And then I can play the game like a year from now instead and feel way better about it. It's so hard to find time to play whole new games. I mean, yeah, just in general, it's like you have to dedicate, you just have to stop everything you're doing to get invested, especially big games. Huge, like big RPGs. I know I've said quite a few times that if they actually remaster Fallout 3 in New Vegas, I would play through New Vegas. But that's a big time sink. Like I straight up would have to bail a couple days of stream to actually make progress to play through it. You know? It's a symptom of being old? No, it's just responsibilities, really. I can game, baby, I can game. Like yesterday I played for what, 9 hours? I can hang. That was a light day. Trying to give so much importance to that stuff and think for yourself. That's so true. That's true. But also you have to keep it from the perspective of what I do for a job. Because if I don't play the game when it comes out, people in chat will just spoil it to me anyways. That's actually the core of Pokemon. If you've seen me play a game, like a new Pokemon game when it comes out, all of the comments of new viewers in chat are like, hey, did you do this thing you're about to do in 5 minutes? Oh, did I spoil that for you? Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna go do my thing now. See you later. And so, like, if I don't figure it out for myself, I'm just gonna get spoiled in it, and that also ruins my enjoyment of it. It did happen with Pokopia. It's like, hey, did you do all of this stuff that's about to happen? Did you drink your glass of water yet? I'm on my way. How's your back doing? Okay, it is better, but I am doing, you probably have not noticed, but I'm doing posture correction. Self-assigned posture correction. I'm going to try and sit as still as I can in my chair and just be mindful. Like, I almost want to set up a channel point thing just to remind me to check my posture. Because normally I have my hands out and my shoulders are rolled forward. And so if I have them like this, I'm, you know, my shoulders are back and I'm like flush with my seat. So, if you're gonna play zombies on PC, you might want to get a launcher to keep your PC safe. I thought that was only the later games that had that issue. Also, if I'm doing like a private match with a friend, how would that put me at risk? I guess I'll have to look into that, but that's good to know. I know they've had that issue with older games. Like I think World War II or whatever that game was had a big issue. You still connect to the online servers? Rat. Everybody post a rat, please. Also, we gotta check in 1 minute. Use plutonium. Yeah, I've heard of that. Okay. I can do that. I can absolutely do that. Thank you for the advice. Good to know. Okay, I feel like the amount of holes went down. Let's do a little research, because previously there were 6. Okay, I don't want this music. All right, shiny check. No bird lore. No shiny trash. Okay, let's see. What do we have over here? We got 1, 2. This is so confusing. Why does it do this? Now there's only 2. 3. Wait, was that one new? 4. No. Okay, hold on. Okay, no shiny on the predictions mods. I am still curious. I want to see. We'll start with the left side. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 on this half. It's now just 3. So, what did I do that gave me more access to the spawns? Because that was, okay, one thing I will note is that when the day-night rolled over, you know what? We might have to just save the game when there's a bunch of holes and then reset the game. Oh, I can't do that because I have to fast travel. Could be because you were saved by Absol. We didn't have as many holes when I started. It was only after I caught Drillbur, it updated everything. So hypothetically, I'm just gonna catch this Drillbur that's right here. Okay, I have to knock it out. I don't... See, this is annoying because I don't want other Pokemon to be involved. So I don't want to lose more spawns. Yeah, I'm not trying to do spawn overloading, chat. I'm just trying to get what I'm supposed to be getting in terms of actual spawns. That's all. I'm not trying to exploit. I'm just trying to figure out why I'm only getting a certain amount. Please. I don't have any repeat balls or anything like that. Okay. well. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so I caught one driller. I don't think I need to clear the area. I think I just need to update the area. Because keep in mind, chat, I only caught one. All the Pokemon were already spawned in, and I only had to catch one, and then over time, after like, once that other Jolbert respawned, it just started respawning everything else. Yeah, it was right after I got the shiny, it started changing. So we'll just wait. We'll just see what happens. Trial and error. If we have to go look back at the footage, so be it, you know? Ninja, thanks for gifting a sub. I appreciate it. Should I try to get a Switch 2? I mean, are there a bunch of games you want to play on the Switch 2? If so, yeah. I think that even though there are a lot of games that are already on the Switch 2 that are worth getting, the Switch 2, just like any brand new console, is a long-term investment. You know? Been a fan of the YouTube for a while. I just realized it wasn't following here, so here I am. Unfortunately, I've already used my Prime on another streamer. That's fine. Don't even worry about it. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. As I am trying to trial and error this. I think that the respawn time, that I can actually check. I think they respawn after a minute, right? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh. Okay, so it says, yeah, just based on like the information that's here, in the inside area, there's supposed to be 5 to 6 holes every single time that you show up to the area. And there's a chance for another 3 to be on the outside, or 2 on the outside. Interesting. Huh. Spirit, thanks for the 14 months. Hurdle for a minute? No, we're still getting encounters, baby. We're still making it happen. Mods, can you do another prediction for the, for 30 minutes from now? Hurdle's the new spell check. We haven't done spell check in a while either. We could run that back. I'm not against that. Thank you. Thank you. You think chat could do a manifestation ritual to get shiny Gibble? I think what we need to do, chat, is every single time that we get a shiny that's in a pit, we just need to spam Bingus Dance. It's a summoning circle. Did you hear about the new Switch 2 model coming out for the EU? It'll have a replaceable battery. No, I didn't hear about that. Is it only in the EU because of some law, like some specific EU law? Use your points, chat. Is it like due to the transport of lithium-ion batteries? The right to repair. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. What was the prediction changed to an hour from now? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't do anything. Okay. Okay, we figured it out. We cracked the code. All I need to do is whenever the number goes down, I just need to catch another Drillbur. Okay, wow. That's crazy we figured that out on the first try. That's good to know. Now, keep in mind, chat, currently it's 10:37 when that happened. Maybe there's like a weird timer on that. Or like we wait for the night to roll over and it undoes it. So maybe every day night cycle, I just need to redo that. That's very manageable. Very, very manageable. It'll mean the newer models can be kept in working order more. Yeah, that's also true. Yep. Yeah, because I have seen teardowns of the Switch, and the battery is... it's definitely not conveniently accessible. It's not like the 3DS or anything like that. And it's pretty deep into the console, relatively. Like, you have to remove, I think, a circuit board to get there, and that's more than many people will be willing to do. So clearly I missed so much because what do you mean you're not in goated standard time anymore? Listen, chat. Wait. That we're all in standard time. Right? Central Standard. I've never been in Central. I've never been in Central. I was always on Eastern, but I mean, like, I still have my other place, chat. Yeah, but it's 1 hour away, to be fair. It's 1 hour away from Central. We need some map behavior and play Baby Shark on repeat until Gibble spawns. Chat, that is the most forbidden song. And it's not because it's a children's song. That is, if you want to destroy your channel, that is the song you play. Like, if you want to just blow up your channel, you play Baby Shark. They are so protective of that song. Like, they do not, from what I understand, they do not play with Baby Shark. What about the Baby Shark remix? I don't think I have that anymore. I think that's lost media. They didn't even make it. Listen, I'm not trying to get into some Baby Shark drama today, chat. I know my place. I'm staying out of that one. But yeah, so keep in mind it was 10:37. Everybody remember that time. And then once the holes come or disappear, or they start to cut down, which it'll be very obvious because it's just gonna be like less, way less. We can find out how to make this a routine. Because all of them will just start leaving this area. Because as you can see, I was pretty correct about what I said. It seems like there are a cluster that spawns in the center. It could be up to 6 of them. I think it's up to 6 total. And then there's 2 or 3 that can be on the outside. So in this scenario, there are 4 on the inside and then 2 on the outside. How am I doing today? We already got 1 shiny, so I'm up. And we're learning. We're debunking lore. Zeph with 100 bits. I spent all my points. You better find a shiny. I mean, our odds they're looking hot right now. They're looking real nice. This also means that we now have a more increased chance of getting a Gibble every time that we run through, which is very, very nice. That's what we like to see. See? Like every single time we've gone through now, we've at least found 1. So, not every time will we get 1, but. Yeah, there are some songs that are just so, like, crazy copyright. Okay, I would also like to note, chat, I was wrong. This is Johnstone Accountability Day, okay? You remember when we watched Hotel Hell on stream, and I said we can't get copywritten if Gordon Ramsay's not on the screen? That's not how that works. Nope, they immediately demonetized that video. So we can't do that. Can't do that. But you know, hey, doesn't hurt to try. You guys remember when John was a crypto channel? Yeah, I tried and failed. We live and learn, everybody. Yep, Gordon took me down. Here's the funny thing, though, is that the video was still public. So, like, if I just wanted to react to a whole bunch of Gordon Ramsay videos, you know, down the road, I'm sure I'm getting in a tremendous amount of trouble. But, like, starting out, the VODs would still be good. Still be good. My name is Gray. So, the on-screen chat for stream, for some reason, it outputs different colors. I don't know why it is. It's just the program that like relays the information of what you guys are typing on screen. And so sometimes your usernames just don't match the color, but it does in chat. Is that multiple alpha drober? How am I? Oh, I'm chilling. I'm hanging out. I'm gaming. Have you seen Too Slimy and John in the same room? I didn't think that this bit would go this far. What's my favorite color? Hamburger. Hamburger. Oh, also chat. We're not gonna be narcs. We're not gonna be narcs to this conversation. This conversation does not leave the confines of who is currently here. Xander invited me to his Pokemon Go weekly challenge thing, where you try to like complete a challenge together. And it's to catch 500 Pokemon, and I have the full intention of absolutely leaving Xander in the dust. Like, part of me went out yesterday just to prove a point that, you know, because I'm sure Xander added me was like, yeah, you'll probably like maybe get 2 Pokemon. No, I'm walking out with like 250. I'm doing half the work for 4 people. You know, I'm gonna make it happen. Okay, wait. The number's gone down, but nothing's changed. Yeah, wow. So, no, wait a second. Maybe I'm wrong, hold on. There were 4 there. There were 4. One, 2, 3, 4. It's like, it like slowly goes down. Did John unironically try to get into crypto? Here's the worst part, chat, is I can't make jokes. If people aren't tapped into John gaming lore, they all look so bad. They all look so bad. No, chat, I didn't get into crypto. My channel got hacked and they slinged crypto on my channel. Okay, so the more, it might be related to fast travel. Because now I'm just seeing 4, but that's still more than what we would normally get. Okay, now it's back. That was 5. I don't know. We'll just see what happens when the night rolls over, because I think that really might be the thing. Yeah, it happened on the day, was it the day before my birthday, I think? Pretty terrible. And the worst part about that one, chat, is I only lost in that scenario. I only lost. Like, there was no, like, because in a lot of those situations, if your channel ever gets hacked, they will sometimes do a rollback. But I think they had so many people who had that situation happen to them that they were just overwhelmed, and they're like, you know what, we're just gonna restore your channel back and you figure it out yourself. And so, like, in that week, I lost, I think, like 15,000 subs or something like that. And I just didn't make any money for that entire time that it was gone. Pretty lame, but, you know. Because they usually just do a little rollback to just before it happened. But at least I have Pookie Coin. I got Pookie Coin. I have my Pookie Coin. And my points. Yeah, I'm still seeing about 5. I'm trying to do Pokeathlon. The skill course is killing me. That's so far back, I don't remember what that entails. But best of luck. If you have some, like, if you're just trying to get the gold medals, you can walk in there with some legendaries and you can probably make it through okay. I was low-key impressed you didn't cry on stream. Well, here's the thing. Is that, you know, I already went through the entire routine. Trust me, Chad, when that happened, I did cry. Without a doubt. I was already just reassured, though, that over time things would have been figured out. Started my brilliant dial-in save to complete the decks for home. I caught my first Mon, a Shinx, and I named it Johnstone. Because you see the lion in me. I respect that. You see the humble lion that I am. Very reminiscent of Luxray. Good choice. All right. Let's see. I don't think this necessarily counts. We'll see how many spawns there are, but I would like to think now that the spawns have now reverted back to what they were before. 1, 2, yep, 3, 4, 4, okay, wait, 5. Just to be safe, I think I'm just gonna catch more. No, actually, wait a second, no. That's 5 right there. Is there any more over here? We might be fine. I guess we'll just keep going until we don't see one. I don't know. I'm more so surprised that nobody has actually figured this out yet for how long this game has been out. People just got accustomed to the fact that you can't get more than 3 of them. The part that I'm confused about though is why didn't I experience this yesterday? Maybe I just didn't notice. Because I caught a Drillbur. I caught Pokemon that were in holes prior to this. It's like, why is this a thing now? You know what? Let's just try it. Let's just see. Oh. I don't know how that targets so specifically, but... Do you need to catch 3 Gibble? Absolutely not. No. I'm glad I don't. Yeah, I know people used to do overloading spawns. Wait, did you see that? Oh, it was a Crocorock. I thought it was a alpha Drillbur that just like popped back into his hole. Yeah, no, I don't care to do overloading spawns, even if that was an option, because it's not like an intended game mechanic. You know, so pass on that one. But hey, you know, it is a good sign that we figured out that there was a, you know, if I didn't find shiny Drillbur, I wouldn't have known that this was a thing. So this is all good research in my eyes. Anyways, let's see. You think we're gonna get anything outside of the area today? I am hard reading. We will probably get at least one more Gort. We are destined to find yet another Gort. Keep in mind, it's a 2-minute timer to respawn the next Drillbur. So the setup for this challenge is the same as your Let's Go Pikachu Kanto video. Yep. Yep. Same exact thing. And I don't think we'll do this for probably any other game. I can't imagine a scenario where we do it for any more. It's mostly because they're either too boring or it's just not feasible in a very realistic time frame. And I feel like I'm very generous in the term of reasonable. You know, like 1,000 hours to me is reasonable. There are not many Pokemon like Professor Oaks you can do for shinies that are under 1,000 hours. You could maybe contest Scarlet and Violet, and that's it. But even then, like with DLC, that would probably take way more, actually. Arceus, absolutely not. No. Arceus is not one of the worst ones, but it is so much harder than anybody would imagine it would be. Like it would take probably 15 to 20,000 hours to finish that one. This is your bread and butter. It is, relatively at least. Large Gibble. Yeah, and then anything else is pretty bad. Like one that could be okay would maybe be Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Just because the fact that you get Dex Nav off the rip, it would still take a very long time, and there's a bunch of hatching that you still have to do. Like there's a whole section for breeding because you have to get like Azurill and stuff like that, and that's full odds biking. Hard pass on that. PLA without distortions, sure. But that kind of defeats the entire purpose of the challenge. Like if you have to make like an adjustment to it, I feel like that's not, I don't know. I just feel like that's not, it's just like proving that it's too hard. Who's up streaking? Everybody starts streaking. Okay, there's 3 now, 4, 5. Okay, I think it has respawned. I'm at 29, that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. 60, love it. Okay. I don't really know if anything changed, to be honest with you. I guess I'll just keep going until I see only 3 spawns. Like if it starts to get extremely barren in the center, I'll just catch another Drillbur. For right now, it seems okay. I'm kicking myself that I didn't notice that yesterday, though. It is what it is, though. Any extra shinies you need to get for side missions at this point? I mean, down the road, there are some. Like, I need to get every single Flabebe, and I'm missing 2 of them. And then there was one that I missed in the last section because I evolved the Pokemon. I think that was Ekans. But I mean, we could do like the Badoo drop in one. How bad would Ultra Sun and Moon be? That one would not be good either because you have Pokepelago. And that is a ridiculous amount of just getting lucky to find the certain Pokemon that you're looking for and then just proceeding to soft reset for it. It is so many soft reset hunts. And then you have the extremely rare encounters that are through SOS, like getting Happiny, getting Bonsly, getting Munchlax. All of those are ones that you have to, you know, you're gonna find a lot before you find those. And that's all just in the first section. It's, that one is, I honestly don't even have a number for you of how long that would take. But also SOS takes forever, especially the beginning of the game. Because actually, wait a second, you don't unlock Adrenaline Orbs until you face off against the first whatchamacallit, right? The first totem. So I don't even think you can do that. But you have some like really crazy ones, like you have to get Slowking. You have to get a shiny Slowking. And I believe that that's it's not 1%, right? It's 5% or something like that, 5% spawn. So you're finding like 20 SOS shinies before you even find a Slowking. But it could be 1%, I have no idea. And there are many that you don't have to worry about, because you have like, one that everybody throws around is like, oh, you'd have to get shiny Salamence. No, you could just get shiny Bagon. It would be a pain to evolve it, but the time that you would take... Why is my life this way? Why? My glass just cracked and shattered on my desk and just spilt water all over my desk. Why is my life this way? What in the world could have led to this moment? Okay, well now I have to clean that up. That's insane. It's so wet in here. I'm so mad! Why did that happen to me? Okay, I'm back. Oh my god, there's so much water. There's so much. Just to give you context, chat. Like it shattered. It just shattered on stream. Okay, I should be good. Almost done. That was crazy. Crazy lore. Also, my mat is now soaked, like my mouse pad, so I'm gonna figure that out later. I don't have any water, stupid world. Stupid dumb world. Broke my glass. Now I'm mad and now I'm angry, everybody. Anyways. His room is 80F? No, it's not even that bad. It's 93. Oh, jeez. Jeez. No, it's not even that bad. It's not that bad. Duval, thanks for the 19 months.
I just got here. I hope my favorite glass is fine.
No, it's not. And neither am I. Do you know you only have one glass? I am now downgrading to cups, chat. We're now a cups family. Did you at least drink the water? The glass-infested water. Did I drink the shards of glass-infested water that spilled all over my desk? Did I put my lips on my desk and suck it like a vacuum? No. No, I didn't do that. Also, it is check time. Bro, wasted water. Shut up. You ruined my check time. One. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. I counted. I counted everybody. Any Pidgey? No shiny Pidgey. Okay. How many Drillbus are we on? We found 4. We found 4. This is no in the predictions mods. But we now understand how to get more of them. We have doubled the amount of Drillbur we will now see or potentially Gibble. So that's good. That means that most of the shinies that we find today are just going to be Drillbur. And if we find 5 Drillbur today, that's fine. That's like, I'm okay with that. As long as we get closer to our statistical odds of getting a Gibble. I'm cool with that. How do you do that? I want to hunt here. The only way that I have figured out right now is if you show up to this area, there are going to be a bunch of spawns in the center. And just when they start to disappear, just catch 1 Drillbur in a hole. And then just wait 2 minutes for the respawn. Or you don't have to wait, you can just keep hunting. But once the respawn happens, it will just reset all of the holes. I guess it's just a bug in the game that's never been reported. So they've never fixed it. Zeffy, thanks for the tier 1. Enjoy your emotes. Thank you. Thank you. But now half of the spawns here essentially are just holes. We've upgraded from 10 spawns to 13, I think. And that's just in the zone, because we have another 5 Pidgey, 2 Fletchling, and Trubbish and Garbodor, but we don't really care about this. Likely because only people shiny hunting Gibble notice it. That is a fair point, but I feel like... Oh, it is not really a great shiny. Yeah, no, that's valid. I was gonna say, like, a lot of people probably hunted Gibble in this game, right? I mean, Gibble and Gabite shinies are great. It's just once you get to Garchomp, things get a little bit sad. But at least, like, you have Mega Garchomp in this game. Mega Garchomp looks great. Mega Garchomp Z looks fine. But it's pink. Big, scary, and pink. All right. Do the spawns mess up? Chicho, thanks for the 15 months. Thank you.
Holy heck, this scallywag has subbed for a whole 13 months. Please take his monthly shiny fee as a reward.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're gaming your little heart out. What hunts are you doing right now? Okay, there are 3 here, 4 over there. Okay. We'll keep waiting. We'll see. We'll see what the lore says for us. Chat, are there any shinies that you're going for? Sorry, I'm trying to wipe water off of my off of my mic. Any fun shiny hunts that you're going for right now? Anything crazy? I assume most people are just going for Fire Red Leaf Green based ones. It makes me happy that that game has longevity. Like, people are still actively playing. Come in. What? Oh, you are? Okay, 1 second, chat. Oh, I'm dying. Cut it out. Fire Red Leaf Green Safari Zone? Yeah, that'd be fun too. Wait, chat, did you see that gaming lore and history happened yesterday? I'm sure you didn't because it's very niche, but somebody fished up Shiny Dragonair in Fire Red Leaf Green. There is recorded instances of that happening, I think, twice ever in the history of the internet and the web. Yeah, they didn't catch it though, which that's not surprising, but yeah. It is still the fact that that happened. There has not been one in a very, very long time from my understanding. I'm not like super well versed in that. But still, like the fact that somebody, they're like, that is their hunt that they're doing. They're trying to find a shiny one. He's trying to catch it after throwing a rock at it. He's calling it Stoning Year 2026. Then you probably know how many people have ever recorded found one, right? It's not many. I think just in general, the amount of people who have found a shiny Dragonair in the Safari Zone is probably like 10. It's just because, think of it this way. There have been thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of Chansey, shiny Chansey, that have been found. The reason why, even though that Pokemon is insanely rare, the reason why it's not as impressive as finding a shiny Dragonair is because you have to fish. The amount of people who have interest in fishing in the Safari Zone is basically nobody. Because it's just, that's not like really important, you know? Because if you want Dratini, you can just get a guaranteed one from the game corner, and you can shiny hunt that one, and it's faster. So what's the point in even shiny hunting there in the first place? Or if you just want one, you can just go get one, right? Yeah, it's with a Super Rod only. That's a good point. There's a lot of factors to it that just make it unbelievably rare, and the fact that somebody just encountered one and has proof of them encountering it is wild on its own. And they were also under odds, wasn't it? So it's a 1% encounter to get Dragonair. And they encountered, what, 32 shinies before they found that one? Like, that's 36? Yeah, that's so good. That's so good. How many, are they quad hunting? I would hope. Minimum quad hunting. And they start with throwing a rock on each phase. Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. Roughly, what's the odds of that being seen? What do you mean? Like a shiny Dragonair? Like based on a single encounter, it's a 1 in 800,000 chance. So out of every 800,000 encounters, you have the chance of finding one Dragonair. One shiny Dragonair. And if you want to get really nerdy and quirky about it, I believe that Dragonair can also hold an item. It's like a 5% chance to hold an item as well. How do you not get bored from the tedious back and forth? Chad, make sure to link your Amazon account to your Twitch account. You get a free Prime sub, you get ad-free viewing, and you get emotes. Okay, the amount has gone down, I think. And how many people have caught that shiny Dragonair? 0. 0. There is no recorded proof of anybody ever catching a shiny Dragonair. To my knowledge, there isn't. Specifically in Fire Red Leaf Green. Yeah, you know what, Machop? You're going to the bad boy realm. Consider me pissed. What shinies do you have left? Gibble. Gibble, Absol. Yeah, there are only 4 now, and that's not good enough for me. That's not enough. It's considered the last true grail shiny for shiny hunters. Yeah, because all of the insane ones have already been done. Like the Battle Revolution costumes have been done. There was a point in time where shiny Jirachi was like in Coliseum was almost a myth in a way. That was a long time ago though. What are the other like grails, chat? The other shiny hunting grails. Any of the shadow Pokemon. The E-reader shadow Pokemon are even more specific. Fione. No, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, Manaphy. Yeah, that's true. Manaphy used to be like that. Someone asked what my honest opinion was on the DLC. I genuinely like it. I do. And I have been accustomed to the idea that I think a lot of people don't like it because of how grindy it is. But you have to understand from my perspective, that's my entire upbringing of playing Pokemon. So it shouldn't be shocking to you that I enjoy it. It's just chores. That's Pokemon. The whole concept of Pokemon is you're a child doing chores for adults. I don't think that that's any different in this game. A bunch of grown adults cannot do it, but for some reason an 11-year-old can hold it down. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing it. I like the storyline for it. I will still say that I think that the best DLC of all time for Pokemon was the Crown Tundra. But I would rank the DLC for this game higher than Indigo Disc. There's way more to do in Mega Dimension, in my opinion, than Indigo Disc. Just off of like the battles that are in it. Because I think a lot of people, when it comes to DLC, they look at like what comes after the DLC, not what happens during the DLC. Because a lot of people don't have a liking towards the DLC because they don't want to grind for the special scans at the end of the game. And to each their own. That's totally fine, right? But the initial like storyline of the game where you're fighting Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, you have a double Lottie battle. Like there's so much banger content. And like the Indigo Disc was straight up a 30-minute storyline, and Terapagos shows up and then that's it. And then you just have an entire map to shiny hunt in, which is also cool. It's also cool. But I think I would be way more open to replaying this game's DLC. Yeah, I know. But I'm sure at a certain point I will not like the fact that I have to go for Gimme Ghoul, because I believe that that's really rare, right? That's like the rare one. Also, did you see all of them just spawn in front of me like that? That was crazy. I think Gimme Ghoul is the rarest special scan. Rotom? Huh. I know Matt on stream got Gimme Ghoul, and he's like, oh, is this good? This looks good. You gonna do the DLC with this challenge? We will, but later. Later in the year. Not right now. Yeah, part of me thinks, like, I originally was going to say, hey, if you want to do Rancherama this week, or whenever we do the fossil Rancherama, I was like, you guys have to reset. But considering I forgot that the fossils are a rare special scan, and so if you have to go through the routine of grinding for a special scan just to be able to hunt the fossils, I think that's still kind of valid. In my head, I thought it was just like, you know, you do a couple scans and then you get the fossils and then you're chilling. But I think we'll change it. So as long as you are just hunting in Legend ZA for the fossils, it's cool. And maybe we can get some crazy numbers. Who knows? Ban shiny donuts? No. I mean, I'm going to use them at some point, chat. So they're pretty common. Whatever. I don't care. As long as I get a shiny, I'm not complaining. Aerodactyl special scan. Oh. Probably should have hunted that then, huh? When I had the opportunity. Because I did get the fossil scan with Aerodactyl in it. I only got shiny Tyrant. In my defense, though, I got the sewer spawn. I got the small hyperspace sewer. If you were there for that, it was a disaster. Like, I just had to give up because I got shiny Tyron and then I just had to leave. Am I gonna turbo button the fossils? Absolutely. Yeah, it's the only time I'm going to do it. And if people are you know, opposed to that, they can use their own hands. You know, it doesn't change anything. I'm not doing it faster. I'm just doing it safer. I can pay chatter to press the buttons for me. The small sewer scan is really good if you want to like finish your task really easily. If you want to farm your points to set up for a special scan. But yeah, like once you get a high level scan and it's in that specific location, it just sucks if everything is aggro. Especially when I used my donut and everything was alpha. There was no place that you could hide. No locations. Couldn't fast travel, you just had to run around and just hope. That's because you don't spam reset. I mean, even if I did do that, the issue is that it doesn't spawn everything in that area. Despite it being small, there were still some Pokemon that I couldn't access, I think, from when we did our little tests. Our little investigations. Yeah, I just don't like fly spamming because I just don't think that's fun. It just doesn't really, in terms of, if you want to get shinies, hey, run it, right? But in terms of making a video, it just makes a bad video. I think bench resets are not as bad. They're not as egregious. Stupid idea. Every time a chatter chats, it pushes the A button. More chat talks, the faster it shines. Yeah, we could just do like Twitch plays Pokemon, but for the fossils. Oops. You try to fly spam the Alpha Amora targeting before you can even pause again. That's right, I forgot about that. Yes, that's absolutely correct. So I think that the bug of this now that we've kind of messed with it a little bit is that it spawns like 6 all at once in the center, and then over time it will like slowly just disperse them outwards and then reduce the amount, because now there's only 4 again, and like we just caught a Drillbur. So I think it's like 5 minutes and it just reverts back to what it was like before, and then over time, the more that you do it, the less they appear. Because now I only saw 3. Kind of crazy. Okay. Alright, well, we lost that one Drillbur, so that kind of sucks, but... No one would chat. No, if anything, more people would than anything. It would be fun to do a Twitch plays thing. It's like funny. It's fun to see people do it. It's just after a certain amount of time, people just do not want to do it. Like day one of like I've seen like other streamers do a Twitch plays Pokemon thing, and the chat goes crazy the first day, and then every day after, everybody's just bored of typing like directions, which is totally valid. Like it does get kind of boring. Yeah, and also I haven't seen a lot of people do it very recently. I don't think I've seen a streamer do it in the past like 3 or 4 years. There was a period of time where everybody was doing it. Just play brain power. We could. We could do that. So I do not want you out. Oh, Alpharad did it? I didn't know that. I did not know that lore. Is there a reason Camerupt isn't spawning? I haven't taken down the rogue. A lot of or not a lot of them, but there are later rogue Pokemon. If they are present in a certain location, they do not spawn until you fight it. Hi, it's my first time. Everybody say hi. But yeah, I don't really have any examples of any other locations, but I know for sure that's how it works. Same thing with Absol. Like, Absol does not spawn in the wild until you fight the rogue Absol. Yeah, it's funny because that feature, while it is present in this game, it's also been present in other games. Like for base Scarlet and Violet, you cannot encounter Earthworm until you fight the Titan. And they ended up not, I don't think that they intended on fixing it, but if you go to Kitakami, when they released the first DLC, Earthworm is just a regular spawn there. So it was a way to get around that. You ever play Monster Hunter? Okay, so I bought Monster Hunter World. I didn't realize how much that takes. That game is much more than I am willing to invest into it. I still think it looks cool. I think it looks great, but I don't think I have the time to sink into that. Hi, Gazander. Welcome to stream, Gazander. Yeah, I think that most RPGs, I just can't, because you would consider that an RPG, right? I think. But you know, like there are most RPGs I don't think I have the time to play. John, how did you slander me? I just said that I was gonna catch way more Pokemon in the weekly challenge. I think I said, and I quote, I'll leave you in the dust. I'm not gonna catch 20, I'm gonna catch 200. I'm honestly shocked you joined. This is a new me, everybody. Wait, look, they all spawn. See? This is science, everybody. This is science. I didn't realize you play consistently. I mean, now that I'm in San Francisco, it's like way more accessible. Not that it wasn't before, but like it's definitely, you know, I can go out the door. You know, not to dox too much, but like my apartment is on a Pokestop. It's hard to not play when that happens. Yeah, I enjoy playing it. I didn't finish Bug Out though. I didn't finish Bug Out. I wish I did, because I would have got shit ninja. You can't not live on a Pokestop in Eastern San Francisco. How do you know I live in Eastern San Francisco? How did you know that? What the heckington? What the heckington? Too late. I'm coming to visit you. I live in Brazil. Type 1 if I should go to Brazil, chat. I should go on a Johnstone World Tour. I got Blip Bug and gave up, yeah. Yeah, because that was the only new thing, right? It was that and Shiny Sizzlipede was added to the game. That's it. Yeah, I could do a US world tour where I go to every major city and I just shiny hunt in the middle of the city. Or wait a second. The Johnstone National Metal Rally where I go to every major city and I coordinate a metal rally meetup. And everybody can bring their copy of Black 2 White 2. Holy moly, that'd be huge news. Imagine. US World Tour, exactly. Yeah, we're going around the world in the US. I've been excluded as I only have a Switch. Rats. Yeah, we start right now and we finish the tour in San Francisco for Pokemon Worlds. Not bad. If you go to Arizona, please don't go during the summer. No, I think that's good content. Well, Chad, it's currently 113 degrees. I've got 15 minutes left, but it only takes 4 minutes to do this medal rally. My final stand. It's gonna be like the last mission of Halo Reach. Survive. Your DS will be a lava brick. Okay, so my 3DS XL that I had melted when I was at NAIC last year. Insane. It was so humid there that I went out. I spent an entire day and I had it in my backpack. And then actually, mind you, I was only out for probably 2 hours. And I was reaching in my bag and I took out the 3DS and there was just a bunch of like red flakes that were just on my hand. And it was so hot that the heat expanded under the top screen and it just bubbled and cracked and just shattered the entire top of the screen. It still works perfectly fine. It's just apparently all of the first wave, like the solid color new Nintendo 3DS XLs all do that if it gets too hot. So if you have like the red one, it's like black, but it's also kind of gray looking one. Those were the 2 launch colors, right? At least for the US. I don't know if there are any others I can think of. Because then they went and started doing like the Galaxy ones. But yeah, those ones are a little dangerous. Oh, also I gotta charge my. There we go. My mouse was dying. Is it worth getting? I have an old 3DS. I'm thinking about getting it for the larger screen. I think that the new Nintendo 3DS XL is the greatest handheld console of all time. I will always stand by that. And I know I have, bias because I like Nintendo games, but it truly is just an immaculate console. Danny with the 69
Big
months. Huge. And it's check time, everybody. This one's for you, Denny. We're gonna get shiny trash. Okay, we didn't get shiny trash, but the thought was there. Thanks for the 69 months, Denny. Okay, nothing here. Yeah, we got 5 spawns. Five spawns. And then we're missing 1 bird. I don't know where it is, but we don't have anything. One time in Arizona, I was doing a community day in the park in July while I was streaming audio from a Diamondbacks baseball game, and my phone got so hot that it shut down. Yeah, that's pretty common. Like, especially at GoFest, I've had my phone overheat, and it's like you can't use it until it cools down. Thank you, mods. Yep. It's happened. Okay, I'm just gonna catch another one. I don't think there's really any downside to making a routine out of catching Drilver, so I'm just gonna make it happen. I guess I don't have to catch it. That really has no bearing on it. As long as I just knock out 1, it's fine, but. Shiny hunting and champions. I honestly, I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna do that. I am interested in playing more champions now. It's funny and kind of sad how that works, but I think it'd be funny to get a shiny rental Pokemon. Because nobody would really know or care except the people who are going for them. Apparently it's possible, yeah. Apparently you can do it. Because it's all like randomly generated Pokemon. I feel like they didn't need to do that, so. Use your points, chat. Use your freaking points. Yeah, we are, we're reaching odds now. Just about. Especially with the new increased spawn amount. What's your thoughts on RNG minutes for shinies? I don't have any interest in them, and I like teach their own, you know? I don't ever plan on doing it. Just because it doesn't really like, it's just not exciting, to be totally honest with you. I think it makes things a little too expected. I think a lot of enjoyment that I have in shiny hunting is the is kind of the phasing in a weird way. It's like the things that you don't get can sometimes be exciting, or sometimes more exciting than the thing you're actually going for. But yeah, not something that I ever care to partake in. But that's just me, you know? Chad, at the end of stream, do you want to do Tomodachi Life? I also have to download it. Maybe I should do that now. Let me just check. Oops. Is that today? The demo came out today. Am I still on Gibble? Yeah, we're only on day 2, chat. We're gonna be hunting it for a while. Demo. Yippee! Cool. All right. Where are all the holes? Now they're just gone. Okay. Last Pokemon I played was Diamond on the DS. Not bad. Not bad. Huh. Okay, there's 2 of them now. We'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait for them to respawn. Probably got like another minute or something like that, but. And yeah, so my hopes tonight, chat, is I'm going to get probably 2 odds tonight for Absol, unless I find it before then, which I would like to think, based on like my track history of rooftop spawns, it's slightly deserving. Slightly. So. Yeah, I'm gonna start that probably after stream, after I ride my freaking boink. Where am I hunting Absol? It's right next to where this is. It spawns right here. And so I hunt over on this rooftop. Yeah, I did about 2,000 encounters last night. Dutchy, thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate it. The only issue is that whenever a battle zone happens, if it happens to be this specific one, because Absol spawns right here and its shiny is also red, the reflection of the red outline sometimes makes it look shiny. Am I gonna open the new TCG Pocket set tomorrow? It's a shiny subset this time. Oh yeah, is it like megas or something like that? Yeah, there are no IVs in Champions. We watched a video on it yesterday. I mean, if you guys want me to, I'm down. It's also limited time. That I didn't know. Gotcha. FOMO. We're FOMO maxing, everybody. Yeah, we can check that out. We can do a few pods. A few pods. Is everything just max min IVs? No, it's just like that's not even a concept. And then they changed the way the EVs are, and they just made it more like, they made less numbers for you to deal with, but in turn, that means that you can't get as specific as you used to be able to, at least just from what we understand right now. So rather than having 512 EVs, you now have what, 60 something? You can put 32 into each stat. 66 or something, yeah. Which, you know, in essence, for a lot of Pokemon, it's still the same. But if you want to do a specific spread to counter a specific Pokemon that you know is going to be prevalent in the meta, it's going to be harder to really fine-tune it, I think. So, at least from what I understand. But keep in mind, chat, I'm not a competitive person, so I could be totally wrong about that. But I would assume being able to, having less numbers to work with just means less ability. But, and the only thing that I am certain is different is that, like, some Pokemon that rely on having specific IV spreads are going to be different in the way that teams work. Like the one that I used last time was Stack Attacka, because Stack Attacka needs 0 IVs to be good for like a Trick Room team, just because it will be the slowest thing that can possibly exist, right? And now that you can't change that, I don't really know how that works. They'll have 31 IVs in their stats. Yeah, so like, I guess those are just not functional anymore. And so Trick Room just kind of works differently. Like, you can't manipulate Trick Room. It's now just like base stats determines who is the slowest, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure out more once the time comes to play it. We'll figure it out. Lack of speed IVs will impact Gyro Ball, not Trick Room. If everyone has max speed IVs and the slowest is still the slowest, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's based on your base stats. Because is there any Pokemon that's as slow as Stack Attacka? Because I think that thing has a speed of, or like a competitively viable Pokemon. I'm sure there are many Pokemon that have the same speed stat, but there are not many monsters that can go slow to slow with this. No Gibble, no. But you know, we are still under odds to find it. Oh, Regigigas, true. You know, they should give Regigigas a hidden ability and give it huge power. I think that's what the people really want. Torkoal, true. Little Sun Team action. Worst idea ever. No, it would just only slightly destroy the meta. Just a little bit, guys. Dutchy, thanks for the 3 months if I didn't say that. Varoom has slow start as a hidden ability. Is that true? Have I never heard that? That's silly gaming. It's funny. No, I get the reference, chat. I understand what the reference is. I'm surprised I have not heard that until now. Yep, no, I know how cars work, chat. Let's just say I've got one, and I drive it sometimes. Give Regigigas Wonder Guard for an April Fool's event and see what happens in Champions. Probably not much. I think everybody would just run like Mega Metacham. You have 2 cars. I have bike. I have a bike. My bike's my car. And I drive my car bike. I look forward to the April 1st stream. I have an idea as to what I want the stream to be. I'm just not gonna tell you what it is. What's your drink of choice? Well, it was water. That's not happening anymore. It was water at one point today. Please just switch streams with Nimi for the day. That sounds like such a bad idea, chat. Pal, thanks for the 10 months of Prime. Thank you. Hey, John, can we switch jobs for the rest of the day? We're both unemployed. So I don't know how that would work. Your chat is basically hers. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true at all. Very, very different vibes. People go to her stream to be cozy and relax at the end of the day. My streams are if you're really stressed out and you want to be more stressed out and maybe a little anxious. But you also want a shiny hunt. Every Johnstone fan is a Nimmy fan. Not every Nimmy fan is a Johnstone fan. Namaste. Put that on a banner. I'll put that in my background. How many Drillbur today? One. But we've only found one shiny today. But we now know new tech to spawn more Drillbur. Or not spawn more, to spawn the correct amount is what it actually is. The correct amount of Drillbur. Yeah, because all of yesterday we were basically only spawning like 3 Drillbur at a time, but now for the most part we spawn 6. As of right, and this is not a great example right now, but you'll see in a second. So if I knock out this Drillbur, and then 2 minutes from now, the entire center will be filled with 6 or 5 holes. And then we just get more spawns. And to be totally honest with you, I might actually bring this up to a rep and see if they can push it up the ladder and maybe get it patched. I watch both of you. The vibes are different. High versus lower energy levels. I'm the low energy chill one, right? Surely, that's me. I just like sitting back, relaxing, gaming, having a good time, maybe blowing up a glass with my mind. Why not? Leave everybody on their toes. Speaking of leaving everybody on their toes, we might do a little, what do they call that? A little poke hurdle action. Possibly, perchance. What shinies do we need before the next rank? Gible, Absol. That's it. And I hope that I get Absol tonight. That'd be really nice. I'm hitting odds, that's for sure. That's the game plan. And then we can do some hot foss. Nothing but big fossil over here. But yeah, I won't be live tomorrow because I'm gonna be working on putting this video together, but then on Friday, we'll be starting our weekend Rancherama. And I'm kind of deciding, like, maybe trying to figure out what the best play is, because I guess, like, as long as you guys know you're playing in ZA, I don't need to really prepare you guys for anything. But just know it's probably going to be either Gible or the fossils. And if I manage to find, if I find both Gible and Absol within the span of today and tomorrow, Friday is probably just gonna be me getting through this section, so you guys will have one day ahead on me for the Rancherama, and then we'll do all the fossils. How's fossil hunting work in ZA? You have to farm money dollar, and then you revive it. At least that's what I'm going to be doing, but you can also go to the Mega Dimensions and you can encounter them. You find Gible an hour into the Rancherama? Not bad. I'll take it. Zash, thanks for the 4 months. What's Rancherama? It's a shiny hunting event that we do on my channel. 4. Everybody type 4. But yeah, the entire premise is that we just try and catch a certain Pokemon all together. Small cost of 900K for a 30 old amber. Yeah, it is a lot of money, but also like once you get later in the game, that's only a couple battle zones if you just spend the entire night battling. Because even now, if I go to a battle zone, I'll probably walk away with like a cool 200K, right? 150K, something like that. I can swing that. Especially when I only need to buy fossils for 1. As you can see, there are now more holes here. There are 4 in the center. So, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and hopefully we get at least something over the span of the weekend. It should be pretty chill, pretty relaxed, and we have a lot more ability to just kind of like chill out and do little silly things. Yeah, it's just pressing A. You can do the Metagross grind just for cash. I didn't know about that, but I mean, I can't specifically, but other people can, yeah, for sure. Okay, I think this is the first time this is reset while I've been in the middle of the area. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but there were like 5 spawns here prior. And now, wow, yeah, cool. Good to know. Holes like the movie. I think the only time I've ever seen that was in school. I've never gone out of my way to see that movie. It was specifically just when I was in like middle school or something. I think we were told to watch it on an off day. What are we hunting? Gibble. Wine, Gibble. And then after that, I gotta get to Absol. I'm a goof. I just really want to find something. Will we be able to get the shiny charm? Yeah, we'll get it once we beat the game. That's the earliest time that you can do it. Gotta beat the game. Yeah, because there are some post-game things that you have to do that are they are like getting Xerneas and Yveltal. They give you so many points. And for this challenge, I have to get the Shiny Charm realistically before I complete or like I get through part of Mega Dimension. I can kind of do a little bit of Mega Dimension, but I still think I have to like make progress anyways, so. You can play Tomodachi Life when it releases? Yeah, I just downloaded the demo today. Yep. I will. Donate's gonna be fun for me. I gotta get 3 Gibble. Are you doing what I'm doing? Because if you just want to get a shiny, I'm pretty sure that they are just sitting in the DLC. You watch Amazing Digital Circus? No, I don't know what that is. Enlighten me. Put me on. Shiny Living Dex post game? Oh yeah, no, you just go to do the dimensions. Yeah, it's way faster. What's the plan for Gamer Grub today? I'm glad you mentioned it. I actually have to meal prep. I'm doing it a day early because I ate all of my food I meal prepped. I only made enough for 6 days instead of 7. My game plan is every Thursday morning I meal prep, but I did not cook enough, so. Yeah, I know. But I'm making chicken thighs. Chicken thighs, beef, rice. Yep. And some veggie. Brussels sprouts, perchance. Overhated, by the way. I don't know why media makes people think that Brussels sprouts are yucky when it's like one of the better vegetables. It's one of the better ones. By a lot. Broccoli is good. It's just I've had so much broccoli in my life as a side vegetable that I just don't want to have more of them. Like there's so like I would take cauliflower. I just want something that's a little bit different. They genetically modified them to taste better. They used to taste really bad. You know what's crazy is they also buffed bananas. Like the original bananas that used to spawn in had a bunch of seeds on the inside of them. And then they patched them and they removed all the seeds. You can still get those like the vaulted bananas if you want to, but like you have to go to where they originated from. I don't know what server those are in. But also, aren't strawberries different too? Like they did something different to strawberries, I believe. Or maybe I'm thinking of the pine berries, which are like white strawberries that taste like pineapple. They don't. I fell for that scam. They don't. What food needs a patch update the most? I think that they need to buff meatloaf. They got to. There are not enough locations on Earth that celebrate the glory that is meatloaf. Like they need to make it more accessible. They don't need to change it. They just need to change like the spawn radius of it. No, I'm not saying meatloaf's bad. I'm saying that they just need to increase the amount of servers that have meatloaf. What else? What else should they buff? Naan. I think all naan should be garlic naan. It just makes it better. Like rather than just having plain naan, they just need to make it all garlic naan. I've never in my life seen those two options, and I was like, no, I'll take the one that's less fun. They also need to patch all refrigerators that have an ice cube maker and make them the little nugget ice. Why are we still doing like shards of glass ice? Or like those giant, almost like orange slice sized cubes? Have we not cooked more since then? I feel like those are the worst ones. The giant, like they're huge, enormous ones. What's wrong with the big ones? It just doesn't disperse the cold as easily as smaller cubes do. I think that's just science and junk, right? Like there's too much surface area, and if that surface area was filled smaller, the outsides of the cold little nuggets emanates more cold faster to your beverage than a giant block would. I think that's real. I think I actually cooked on that. I just got a Shalfa Gibble. Mods ban that guy. I don't like gloaters. Epic. Now it's my time. Big Ice Cube is colder for longer. Big Ice Cube's stupid and hard to drink around. Can we talk about that too? You ever like try to take a sip of your drink and there's so many giant ice cubes that you're just sucking the ice cube? Surely one of us has had that issue. Do you like crushed ice? It's okay. It depends. And this is like a theme for a lot of like older tech, is that old refrigerators make ice better than newer ones. You ever use like you know those old white refrigerators, and you use the crushed ice setting? It blends the ice and spits out a flurry. If you use like a modern a modern fridge, it takes like 10 years for it to churn the ice. Also, we need to have this conversation because I feel like there's an elephant in the room. I'm under the impression that people who live in the UK do not use a lot of ice in their beverages. I've been told this quite a few times, and I need to get the truth on this one. Because I'm pretty aware that most Americans at least fill their glass half with ice. Oh, and some people fill it entirely with ice. I am one of those people. Why? Why do we not do that? I ice max. Do I want to drink my stuff watered down? No, absolutely not. How slow do you drink? Also, what about water? Like if you were to get a glass of water, now I might be ill-informed. I might be ill-informed to this realm, but I believe that ice is water, right? I think that's the science behind that. So if you get an entire glass of water, why wouldn't you fill it all the way to the top with ice? Because then it's cold forever. If that's not real, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I really thought. It's also check time, everybody. We gotta get something now, right? Something. Nothing there. Any rats over here? No. 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 Any Pidgey, maybe? Pidgey? I don't know, maybe I'm crazy and I just drink my beverages fast. That's a no on the prediction. Can we all agree though that maybe drinking beverages without any ice is a little peculiar, unless it's a hot beverage? Like you don't even want it a little bit cool, you want to drink it lukewarm. Like you ever had like lukewarm coconut water? Foul. That is a drink that is destined to be cold all the time. But if you have it ice cold, it's the most refreshing thing on earth. But like I wouldn't want to have a room temperature soda. That would just be upsetting. There's a reason you buy them and they're always in the fridge. Both of you assume I have the patience to put ice in a drink. I think it's well worth the investment. To each their own. Oh, also, riddle me this, scientists and enjoyers of gaming. Why don't coffee companies make coffee ice cubes? Charge a little more. Charge like another $1 for your beverage, and then your coffee never gets watered down. It doesn't work? That's terrible. I'm gonna prove you wrong. Chat, I just bought a new company. I just did right now. Funny that we're having this conversation. I am now the owner of Dunkin' Donuts, and I will save that company. I know you guys have said, John, Dunkin' Donuts breakfast is disgusting. Don't worry, I'll fix it. I've got some great ideas. We're gonna start with seasoning. We're gonna season all of the food. It's not a great start, but it is a start. Pay minimum wage? No, I'm gonna pay maximum wage. If you come and work at Dunkin' Donuts right now, we're paying you $2,000 an hour. I will have the happiest staff ever. Yeah, my idea's sounding really good now, isn't it? Now that you're all getting crazy bucks. But like, imagine if it came with like iced coffee ice cubes. That way your iced coffee is always iced coffee and the ratio is still accurate. Like they have a pre-selection of ice cubes. They have like completely black ice cubes, so there's black coffee, and then they have one with like a little bit of sugar in it, and then like half of it is sugar. This is such an American thing. Oh yeah, you guys don't drink iced tea. I think this is valid reasoning. Like, think of how sick it would be if you froze your soda. I would like to know, don't do that. But like, imagine if instead of ice, you had just frozen ice cubes of your soda. Then your soda will never be water. Isn't that just an icy? Well, look at Mr. Science over here. Guess you got everything figured out, don't you? Go ahead. Tell us the Pythagorean theorem then, if you're so smart. If you got so much knowledge in your big old brain. Flat soda, ew. Okay, so I have one psychotic trait from when I was younger. I don't do this anymore, but let it be known, when I was younger, I loved flat soda. I loved it so much that if my mom brought a soda home from the grocery store, I would pour a glass and I would wait for it to be flat. I would wait for it to be flat, but even worse, I just like nerfed my entire family because I would intentionally leave the cap off of the soda all day while my mom was at work so the soda would go flat. And I'm sure there was a period of time where my mom was unbelievably confused because she would try to go crack open a bottle of Fresca to end off her day, and she's like, why in the world is this flat? I just bought it. And I ran that gambit for probably like 4 or 5 years. Just flattening every soda in the home. I just didn't like the sparkling effect. Not Fresca, that's awful. I think people need to understand the chokehold that Fresca had on the 2000s. It wasn't Sprite, but it was the runner-up. It was like the Dr. Pepper to Coca-Cola. A lot of people like Fresca. It was that, and then you had the Sobe bottles, or however you pronounce that. You guys remember the strawberry daiquiri Sobe? They don't make that anymore. To my knowledge, they don't. 2000s in the USA. Well, I didn't live around the entire Earth. I thought that was obvious, chat. I did only live in the US. The strawberry daiquiri Sobe bottles, there was a cafe that I used to go to on the way home from school. Not every day, but like when I was in middle school, I would go out of my way to walk to the cafe before I walked home, and I would get a strawberry daiquiri bottle. So good. Because it just tastes like strawberry and cream. That's it. I was legit featured in an article about flat soda drinkers. Flat soda is way better. Now replace the word soda with the word earth. Really makes you think. Now you sound crazy. True, it is kind of like a dirty, well, it's not like a dirty soda because it's just strawberry flavoring. You know, usually I'm like, hey guys, don't yuck other people's yums, try it for yourself, but I don't think you can. I'm sure there's some variant. You know, like, do they make Altoid sours anymore? No. But they make somebody makes them. Like a knockoff version. And apparently they are identical. Get over here, Drilber. It's time to perish. How are you allowed to drink daiquiris in school? Chad, there are non-alcoholic beverages. This is like when I say, hey guys, I really like ginger beer. I used to drink ginger beer a lot when I was a kid, and people were like, oh my god, you drank beer? How did your parents were so irresponsible you were drinking beer as a kid? Yeah, I think there's arguably more non-alcoholic versions than there are alcoholic versions of a lot of drinks. It's just like root beer. So I went to a farmer's market 2 Saturdays ago. And there was a person who was selling ginger beer, but it was like homemade ginger beer. And I was like, I love ginger beer, I'll try it. If you've had ginger beer, you know that the taste of that. Imagine if they took ginger ale and they put the ginger on 10. They just crank the dial to max. It's a very strong drink as is. The homemade version that person made, I genuinely could not finish it. I felt bad that I couldn't finish it, but it was so insane. It was like somebody said, it was almost like kombucha. I just felt like I went over to the gas station and just like put the tap up to my mouth. It was just straight diesel. It was yummy, but not, like I felt that my whole body was getting cleaned inside out. John is the whitest guy. I love him. What do you want me to do with that information? What in the world would you like me to do with that information? And here's the thing is, I don't know how to word that, but like, Chad, I eat spicy food. You just didn't have the stuff I just had. That's what I'm saying. I can get down with spicy food any day of the week. Dare I say, to some people, I feel like I could outspice you. I can dabble with a habanero, right to the face. That's a very white boy thing to say, but I'm defending myself. Defending myself. I'm trying. I season my food a lot, heavily. No bland chicken in this home, that's for sure. We're using salt, pepper, garlic powder, maybe onion powder, paprika. That's just for fun. That's just to make it look cool, you know? Spicy mayo. Spicy mayo does go crazy. It does. It does. They really cooked on that one. They did. Eat a ghost pepper every day. I think there's definitely a threshold where it's, some people are just doing it just to feel something. I'm not trying to be one of those people, you know? Like I am very comfortable. Like I could eat habanero, whatever, and be fine, right? It's at the threshold where, you know, you got your nose running, you're getting a nice burn in the mouth, but you have a nice remainder of your day. I feel like there are not many peppers past that point where I will feel like I'm gonna have a really good day. I'm not trying to stunt on anybody, you know? Like, if you met a person who is a huge fan of, like, eating hot food and they want to prove to you that it does nothing to them, it's a very unique breed of human being. But they're like, yeah, I'm gonna order the hottest thing. Nah, it's not that hot. Nah, this is regular for me. I have this all the time. I'm chilling. What else do you need? Gibble, Absol. Habanero's not even spicy. All right. Okay then. All right. See, that's one of the people I was talking about, guys. Hi, Nate. But we all must settle. We must season our food, chat. We must do it. It has to happen. I feel like I have to like clear the whole area. I'm getting the vibe that what I'm doing is now not working. Like it's kind of working, but it's not at the same time. Let me see. So how many are we at right now? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let me just try and knock out another one and see if it makes a difference. Because we're not getting much now. Okay. And now we wait. Patience, everybody. Chat, what are you shiny hunting right now? if you are. Or are we protesting? We're waiting until champions. Is Dragonite your highest level Mon? Probably, yeah. It's that or T-Tar. They're both either 55 or 56. Nothing, because I don't hate myself. You think I hate myself because I shiny hunt? What's the logic in that? Deoxys. I'm so sad that I can hunt Deoxys. I can do whatever I want, you know, if I want to shiny hunt. But that I don't get to do that hunt for probably like another year, and that's so sad. Or no, it's probably like next year we'll do the Gen 3 shiny decks. There's just nothing I can really do for a Deoxys hunt right now that's related to any video I have planned this year. Well, let it be known when I will. It's gonna be quad hunted, baby. Quad hunted, and we're just gonna assume in that moment that Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald are also going to be on the console, and so I can hunt all 4 versions at the same time. Yeah, on the Switch. Yep. Yeah, that way I could go for regular, I could go for defense, attack, and speed. That'd be very sick, and you guys can pick a side. Who do you stand with? I am standing with defense form. Do you do the ZA Royale, like the online? I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, I've done it. It's fun. It's very fun. I would honestly like to see that in some sort of a competitive format. I would imagine that it's probably a side event, right? What would you quad hunt it with? A Switch. We also get a standard? What do you mean? For Deoxys? I think, which one is regular Deoxys? Is that Ruby and Sapphire? It'd probably make the most sense, right? Because that's like the game. That's the core game out of all of the Gen 3 games. People actually think Emerald is coming to Switch. I think at best we get Ruby and Sapphire. I think we need to note how unbelievably well Fire Red Leaf Green sold on the Switch. Like, Chad, I had more viewers watching me play Fire Red Leaf Green, a game that came out 20 years prior, than their brand new game, ZA, when it came out. And it's not like a small difference, it was a very substantial viewership difference. Like, people very much wanted this stuff, and the numbers don't lie. It will at some point, it's just when. And what they're going to probably do is release Ruby and Sapphire at the same time, and then down the road release Emerald. Because if you release all 3 of them and you can only pick one, which version are you going to pick? You know, let's be real. It's 99% of you are going to pick Emerald. So it was just like an opportunity for them to make less money. And so if they release Ruby and Sapphire, you're probably gonna buy both of those, and then you're just gonna buy Emerald when it comes out as well. So, my guess, if you want to just like take note of just current track record for this year, there has basically been something big that's released every single month. We have Champions, that's next month. We'll count that for April. We had Fire Red Leaf Green last month. Kind of rolling into this month, right? Was there anything that released in January? Any big Pokemon game that was in January that I'm just forgetting? Tomodachi? No, I'm just talking Pokemon, chat. Because it's Pokemon's 30th anniversary. Oh, Pokopia, right. So yeah. So February was Fire Red Leaf Green. Pokopia was March. Champions is April. I don't think May. I think May's a little bit too soon for Ruby and Sapphire, but I could see June. I could see June being a reality, and then maybe August for Emerald. So who knows? Pokemon Pinball coming this May, Shadow dropped. Oh, that's true. I want to go to one of those machines. I think it'd be very fun to check that out. Do you think it'll be Omega and Alpha? Like, do you think they're gonna release the 3DS versions? No. No. Way more work for them. Because they already have the entire like setup just off of the framework of releasing Fire Red Leaf Green. Yeah, I think they're just gonna just do another like tweet and video announcement for Ruby and Sapphire. August is World, so probably not Emerald. I mean, I don't think that's really gonna take away from it, because I think that they've released things in August around the same time as Worlds. But next year is Ruby and Sapphire's 25th anniversary. Yeah, I guess I could do that. But also, one thing I've noticed, I think really Pokemon is the only franchise in Nintendo that actually cares about their anniversary. Did you guys know that this year is the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda? I guarantee you there's quite a lot of people in chat who found that information out from me. Because I think the anniversary was last month, right? I think it was last month. And they just didn't say anything. No announcement. No game, not even a tweet, I don't think, was made. Like from the official Nintendo account. I don't think they said anything about it. Yep. But maybe they're waiting until the end of the year. Maybe they've got some banger that they're gonna release. Wait, actually, let me ask you this. When is the, when do they usually do Nintendo Directs? Isn't it around a certain month? Or is it really just like a semi-quarterly thingy? February and June, yeah. I was gonna say, I thought there was a mid-year one, so maybe... Hey, we made another Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom style game, and it's out today. It's out right now. Run to your GameStop if it still exists. Okay, I think I need to make an executive decision. We must destroy every Pokemon here. It feels like the appropriate thing to do. It's out yesterday. I mean, they've kind of done that before. I think there was a Pokemon DLC where they announced it in a like the day after or 2 days after one of the Pokemon DLCs came out. They're like, and this is available right now. Do you guys have any of like the quirky Nintendo products? Like, any of you have the Alarmo or like the Virtual Boy? That's like a more recent one, right? That's a relatively new piece of history. I've got the Virtual Boy. How is it? Is it exactly what I would expect? I wanted Ring Fit. That is, for a while, that was a very rare game. And by rare, just like underproduced. The Pokewalker, yeah, for sure. That's a fair one. I think I still, oh. I just pulled this out of my vault. Yeah, Ring Fit's fun. Ring Fit sold 11 million. Yeah, I mean, like, didn't it do really, really well in Japan? I don't know how it was in the US. I just know during 2020, it was almost impossible to get. I ordered mine through Amazon, like prior to, not prior to release, but like when the game came out and I heard people enjoyed it, I bought it, I think. Was that Pidgey shiny? I think it was. There's a Miku fitness game that uses the ring. I'm down to run it. Let's play, everybody. Oh, Miku boxing's a real thing? I thought that was a bit. I didn't know that was a real video game. I've never seen gameplay of it. I've just heard of that through meme. Oh, wow. All the more you know, huh? Oh, you know what? I've seen a photo of it. I just imagined that it wasn't real. Huh. Maybe I'm just making it up in my head. Either way. Did you grow up as a Wii Fit Home, chat? Type 1 if you were a Wii Fit Home. Or Wii Fit Plus. I never got to the Wii Fit Plus in my life. I think everybody had a relative that was a Wii Fit Home. Yeah, that game sold so insanely well. Perfect storm for that. It was truly like a active console promoted to an active game. None of us actually played it a week after we got it. It is a canon event that everybody, the entire family has to sit down to boot up the Wii Fit. Like you're all sitting on the couch at the same time to start playing Wii Fit for the first time. I remember my mom, she was so excited to tell me. She's like, John, I love exercising with Wii Fit. I'm like, oh, that's awesome, Mom. I'm glad you like it. She's like, yeah, I like doing the running. You guys ever seen the one where you basically just simulate running through a park in Wii Fit? And there's like a little dog that chases with you. If you run too fast, you like trip and fall. And so you just run in place. That's basically the entire thing. And my mom was like, John, I love Wii Fit so much. Here, let me show you this crazy trick that I found out. I was like, okay. And she's like, okay, look, I'm starting running and then watch this. And she takes the remote and she just changes it to TV. And she's watching like those as seen on TV, like buy it now with the 1-800 number thing on it. like the TV shopping channel. She's like, John, I can watch the shopping channel while I'm running and the game still plays. And I looked at her and I was like, yes, that's how that works. But I thought it was very sweet. She's like, I don't have to actually watch the game. I can also watch TV while I'm running. It's like, that's awesome, Mom. Keep it up. You're doing great. Yep. What were the other ones? Ooh, the marble game. You guys remember the marble game? That one was cool too. Where you had to like do the balance. I think the balance games were more fun than anything just because they weren't exercise, they were just games. Excited about Wii Fit, but not for a shiny Bidoof. Yeah, to be fair, she has no idea about shinies. Like she does now, but. Jamie, thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate it. I'm sorry if I didn't read that out. I feel like I did, but if I didn't, I'm sorry. How do you permanently get rid of camera up in Zone 8? A little bit of mind explosion. It's my quirk. If I just put my fingers to my head and look at anything, I can blow it up. You look over there, see? Bertha in 5B is no longer. Blew her up. Or if you want to try it a different way, if you just don't beat the Rogue Mega camera up, it never spawns in. Is that what happened to your glass? Quiet. Quiet or you're next. You know too much. I'm back from the ad. Epic. Now this is my reminder. If you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, you get a free Prime sub. You get ad for viewing, you get emotes, and I get a shiny. True, that is a banger clip. That's a banger youth clip. I think also, while that clip is funny, it's so much more funny when you understand the context. If you just don't want to watch it, it's a video of Kiefer stepping on the scale for Wii Fit, and it just says that he weighs too much and he cannot play Wii Fit. And that is a hee hee ha ha clip. However, I think it's important to understand the context. He not only had a sub goal to play Wii Fit on stream, but when he hit the sub goal, and even before that, every single day he was gassing up. He's like, guys, I'm gonna play Wii Fit and it's gonna be huge. And it became such a bit in his stream that every single day, his entire chat was so excited to see him play Wii Fit, only for him to do basically a 5-minute stream of him setting up his Wii and Wii Fit, only to step on the scale at the beginning of the game and be told that he can never play it. It makes the bit way funnier with that context. Actually, hey, Pidgey, now I had the same shiny run for me 6 times. Brother, save. Save your game. Oh, this is totally unrelated, but I have been recommended this video in so many different ways, and I think it's a very unique video that you might be interested in. I don't have like a specific person to name, but it's basically a series of somebody who wants to start streaming, and so they stream every day for 30 days to see how, like, what happens, and they try like a bunch of like methods to see if they can get more people to watch and stuff like that. It's like very cool. It's a very cool thing to like show perspective. Like if you start from absolutely nothing, like a brand new YouTube channel or a brand new Twitch channel, like how much can you accomplish in a month? And it's really like, from what I've seen, all of the videos kind of go exactly how you would expect it to go. Didn't Drew Gooden do it? I think Drew Gooden did do a streaming video. I'm talking about a person who has like 5 subscribers. Not somebody who, because I think there's a lot of things where if I were to do that, right? And I was like, hey, I'm just gonna shiny hunt, I'm just gonna do the same thing I'm doing right now. There is a very reasonable chance that somebody who just wants to watch Legends ZA finds out that I'm doing that and then tells a whole bunch of people, hey, John's doing this secret thing, everybody go watch him, and then their view count just spikes up and it just ruins the entire video. It's like, it just kind of defeats the entire purpose of showcasing what streaming for a new perspective is like. And all the videos I've seen recently, there's like 3 of them I think I've watched, where they had maximum on YouTube, probably like 50 subscribers. And they're just showcasing their ideas. And like one crazy one that I saw, there was a guy who he wanted to make videos of him just playing Minecraft, and he wanted to do it every day for a month. And then on the final day, he was gonna take on the Ender Dragon. And so what he ended up doing is he went to every single door in his dorm room and he put like a little business card with a QR code that linked to his channel. He's like, it shows just the Ender Dragon and an arrow pointing the QR code. He's like, I'm gonna defeat the Ender Dragon tomorrow, come watch me. And he ended up doing it. And the craziest part, chat, is it worked. It worked. Like he peaked at I think like 1,000 viewers. And then he averaged during the entire stream like 700. Just off of just sending out little business cards of him doing something that's just, it's so outrageously silly that it had to have worked. You know? Like if you're around that age, you're like, oh, I want to see this guy beat the Ender Dragon. Wouldn't you entertain that? Like if somebody left a note on my apartment door was like, hey, I'm defeating the Ender Dragon tonight, here's a QR code, I would make it my business that I'm there. I don't know if I would show up after, but like it would be really funny to see it in the moment. How do you stream on the Switch? I don't stream off of my Switch. I think there's a lot of information that you don't know. I would definitely put some Google research into it. Yeah, that is really that's crazy tech. I've never seen somebody do that before. Like promote their Twitch stream. He put it on every single dorm door that was in his dorm. True, yeah, you also do have like a live audience. I never thought of it that way. Wow, that's a great point. Like if you defeat the Ender Dragon, like everybody in your hall is probably like, yeah, yeah. Why Google when we have Johnstone? I'm the Grok of Twitch. Onda, thanks for the 5 months of Prime. Enjoy your emotes. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, he like jumped at the end and it was like a freeze frame and then the credits ran like an old movie. Nah, I don't want to listen to this. I just listened to this. Oh, I like this song. How do you get more Pookie coin? Oh, you just click. You just watch and click. Wait, it's check time. Chat. Ma'am, be careful. Ma'am, be careful. Thank you. Look, ma'am, don't you see it? It's a gourd. It's a shiny gourd, ma'am. You don't, these guys understand. They know what's going on. Hey, what's going on? Hey, yeah, you get it, you get it. We have gourted everybody. Another gourd to be added to the collection. Any nature guesses on this gourd, chatters? This one's gotta be timid. Adamant. Rare. This is gourd number 32. How do we Roman numeral this one again? We can't do it the way we want to. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. 32. Who do we replace this with? Probably Garbota, right? Yeah, there's some ramifications to doing the actual Roman numerals for it. Anyways, that was only the first thing here, so let's see what else is here. One, two. Three. Four. Okay. Look at the little army! Here they go! Here they go, everybody! All right. All right, chat. Let's see if there's any bird. Oh, don't leave! Don't leave! Use your points, chat. Yeah, we named that one Star Wars 8. Because it sucks. And it's trash. The next one we're gonna call Star Wars 2. I'll say it. I don't think anybody's really gonna contest that. Cracking open some Asahi as I watch stream. I don't know what that, wait a second. Wait a second, isn't that like, wait a second, I think I know what that is. I'm gonna Google it though, because I'm scared. Oh, I thought it was a type of nigiri. It's not. It's beer. Close. It's close. Use your points. You checked your Chini and the Alpha Flabebe. Where? This is cracking open? Yeah, I think I just need, I forget that some of the phrases that I say don't make sense, but they make sense to me. Like sometimes like I will grab a plate of sushi and I'll say I'm cracking open a cold one. It's just, that's just my brain. That's just how I am. Like if I say something is like, oh man, that really sucks, or like you're going through a tough time, I say that's rugged. That's not what that word means. That's just what I say. I think we all have that. We all use words in the wrong way, but they're right to us. The building next to the dojo has an Alpha Flabebe. I just don't think anything spawns on the rooftops. We can do an investigation, chat. I'm down to do an investigation, but I don't. Ooh, how do we even get up there? Oh, right, it's over here. You look very flourished today. Does that mean I'm full of flour? You check the Alpha Garbodor? Yeah, it's if we walk by the wall, we hear it. We do. We gotta go here. The day John's able to glide, there'll be parades in the street. That is actually the next section, if I'm not mistaken. It is. Up, you hear the Absol? Oh. This is the one I'm shiny hunting. Just not this method. All right. Monkey. I swear to you, if I walk by it, it makes a shiny noise. It does. It does. I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear any slander coming from anybody in chat, okay? Also, let's just see, like, for example, there's nothing over here. No shiny bug. No shiny monkey up top, way too high up in the air. Way too high up in the air. But just to show you, maybe I just didn't walk right. That must have just spawned then. It must have just spawned. There's no realm that you, cause I, go look back at the footage, I did this exact same walk. I did. Washed? How am I washed if I found a shiny? You just sat through 3 ads talking about wash. Use your Prime sub. This is also our 3rd Alpha Garbodor. Did we also get Trubbish? Probably not, right? No. Wait, we just talked about this in Star Wars 2! FL. FL. Anyways. Next. Surely there are no other shinies. I don't think there can be. I don't think there can be. Thank you, Chad. Thank you. Thank you. Is it better than my beat to die to from yesterday? Are there any Abra in range? No, there aren't. There are not any Abra in range. I'm also surprised we haven't found anything inside the route yet. Like, we are actually over odds now. I know yesterday it's hard to be like, it's hard to complain, but we are definitely over odds. We are. Because with the new spawns, it's now like an hour 45 to odds, roughly. Maybe even a little bit less than that. Who is Larry? It's Larry. Everybody post a picture of Larry. Wanted man for many, many crimes. Are you counting resets and encounters? No, I'm just using it based off of like calculation. It's just way easier. Because here's the reality is in games like these, you know, like normally if I were to hunt in, say, like the Friend Safari, I see a shiny or I see a Pokemon, I count an encounter, right? In this game, there are so many Pokemon that are spawning that it is quite literally impossible. It's impossible to keep track of it, just because of spawn radius, right? In this area, at maximum, I believe 13 Pokemon can spawn. And sure, every time I walk through, I can count 13. But sometimes 13 Pokemon don't spawn. And so over time, the number is not only inaccurate in the zone, everything outside of the zone is also wrong. Because I had to include the 2 Fletchling, the Trubbish and Garbodor. I had to count the 5 Pidgey that are sometimes in the back. And when I catch a Pokemon, then I have less spawns I would have to account for, and it's just way too much effort to get like a exact number. It's almost impossible. However, if I just use the number of like, oh, I get this many encounters per minute, let's multiply that by 60. That's roughly what I get per hour. We can just work with that number. It's just way faster to get. And I can just let you guys know how close we are to odds rather than have a number on screen. The only one that's kind of an exception to that rule is any rooftop Pokemon, but I've already made it this far into the challenge that I don't need to do that. Dratini's out of the building across John Sector 3. The thing is that it won't spawn in. And even if it was, I couldn't get it. If you're talking about this one that's right here, I can't access that building. So that's a Roto Glide exclusive location. So if it was shiny, I would have to wait till, I believe the next section is when you unlock that, right? Doesn't Naveen teach you that at rank F or is it rank D? Not that it really matters anyways, because we're not traversing anywhere in the next section. We are just fossil maxing. Can you play 1 hour of silence with random shiny sounds? Yes. Okay, it's way too loud. Hold on, let me turn it down. A little bit lower. I gotta make sure it's accurate, you know what I mean? Because if it's too loud, it's very blatantly obvious that it's not the sound. I'm shiny hunting too? What's the difference between that and me getting a shiny? Think about it. What's your playtime for this challenge? It's not much. It's 589 hours. You don't get shinies that often? Is this where you get your sick kicks? Doing these little jabs at me? Yeah, that's light. We still have another like 200 hours of this challenge, probably. On stream, off stream, under stream, over stream. What rank are we now? V. V, next rank is F. The only time I think I'm actually gonna fall for it is when I leave an area. Or like when I'm sorry, in the middle of zone 8. Because if I played like right now, obviously I would know that it's not true. And if I leave an area, it also does not make a noise. Just because I've got every single shiny except for Gible here. I know how the spawn radius works for it, so. But I think if I'm running through the middle of it, I will definitely get duped. Anytime it's a fake shiny, tag me. You will definitely know. You'll definitely know just off of chat reaction. Only have 4 spawns now. I'm gonna try. What are the ranks? It's Z, Y, X, W, V, F, D, F, E, D, C, B, A, infinite. Not bad, right? Not bad. Okay. Bro knows his ABCs? No, I know my ZYXs. Important lore. Oh boy. Hold on one second. Okay, this is a story in 3 photos. Happy lady. Fat pickle. Fat pickle, everybody. Sad with fat pickle. Where did you get that? Hold on one second. I gotta check another thing here. I got like a double notification. Okay, give me 1 second, sorry. I just got a notification. I'm trying to check it. Maybe. Maybe, who knows? It could be. Oh. Why? I don't know if so. Okay, I guess I actually hold on one second, chat. I'm sorry, I gotta figure this out. It must be done. Okay. I just got a weird notification, so I'm just checking it. Why? Okay, I'll figure that out later then. Whatever. Okay. Gibson, thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Is he doing a bit? No, I got an email and I just needed to like make sure that it was a legitimate email before I did anything, you know? It's very easy to get scammed. Shine check, we gotta try and check in 2 minutes. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta check those things. Don't sign the NDA. No, it's just like one of those things where it's like, hey, a payment declined. And it's like, I don't know why a payment would decline on it. Sometimes the bank can just be really weird. It was just like a subscription that I had. It just said the payment was declined, and I was like, I just checked my account to see if there's something wrong with it, but it just won't go through. So I can figure that out after stream. That's all. I was just making sure that it was legit, because those are like such easy to fall for emails, because they're getting good, chat. They're getting real good at that stuff. A subscription? Yeah, you don't have it on your phone? Like the auto subscriptions? It's for Paramount. It's streaming service. Oh, wait, I think I know why it declined. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I'm pretty sure I gave my mom my account. She might have just used it and now it's freaking out. It's probably like, oh my God, John. Okay, I might have actually got baited on that one. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, wait, no. Yeah, I got baited. I got baited. That was a good one. That was actually the most believable one it could have been. Walking right through the gate and hearing the noise. Timed it. It was timed well. I just got shiny dribbler. Should I call it? It's not is it a phone? Did you hear that Sora got shut down and Disney canceled its $1 billion contract with ChatGPT? We are so up. We are up. I do have something to say about that though. Only $1 billion? Oh, it is check time. We did kind of just check everything here, but we can check the other stuff. They only put $1 billion into it? I feel like they would have done way more than that. The less the better, you know? I'm just saying, that's like, they've got insane money. How come you don't stream on YouTube? I don't want to deal with that. Okay. No shiny. Only 1 billion? I mean, if you're talking about Disney, yeah. Yeah, Disney is the CEO of money. That isn't a lot to them. I don't think it is. He doesn't want to train another chat. It's really just like, I have always said this, when it comes to YouTube streaming, there is a very large disconnect, like between viewer and streamer interaction. It almost feels like there is like a wall put up in between, and it doesn't feel like both sides are actually interacting with each other. Like, something about it feels hollow to me, and I really can't pin what that is specifically. That's just how it feels. Oops. Whereas I think that there's less, it might just be latency. Like, if I talk to you guys, I get a response when I ask the question. On YouTube, it just doesn't really feel that way. I think also YouTube has kind of set up a system where YouTube is meant to be viewed and Twitch is meant to be interacted with. I think a lot of people are way more comfortable like just going into a stream and then not saying anything. And I would also like to note, that's not a bad thing. If you're a lurker, I appreciate you for stopping by. It's just, I think that it's harder to interact with people on YouTube streams. YouTube chat is also way more childish. Okay, let's not act. Let's not act like you guys use the balls emote for probably 8 months straight, day after day. Okay, that one wasn't real. That one wasn't real. It was right when I walked out. No, it's not real. And if it was, I'll be turned into a worm. Sword Dude, thanks for the 11 months of Prime. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I think it was, it didn't seem as loud. Keep in mind that it's raining right now, and a lot of the sound is muffled. What's your favorite reptile? Ooh, I could get down with like a hamster, or like a koala. Those are in the same thing. Okay. What? Okay, that's a weird coincidence. No, that's not shiny. Did I just get baited for the same bait? No, I don't want to be a worm. I don't want to be a worm. What if it's the Krokorok that's running around doing laps over here? No, that's not shiny. No, I think I just got double baited. Currently trying to do a new Scarlet Pokedex completion from scratch. Love to hear it. Keep it up. Keep it great. Keep it classy. Well, if it happens again, then we'll do a deep check. But I think I just got baited. I got shiny Keldeo. Nice. Nice. I'm also excited to do the research for shiny Diancie. I'm just on the second section, and I quite literally can't progress further on it unless I go out of my way and do a Furfrou trim, which I don't plan on doing anytime soon. But when we start the Gen 6 shiny decks, I will day one start looking for Diancie. It's so boring. Well, thank you for taking away the enjoyment for me. I don't know how long it takes to get through the Go Tour IRL version. I assume it's not that bad. Like, there's probably like some time gatekeep thing, but I'm fine with that. It's still gonna take a long time to get through it, through the Gen 6 shiny decks anyway, so. It took me 4 weeks. That's fine. I think that honestly works better for a video anyways, if it's something I like routinely have to keep up with. Because, you know, I have 71 other shinies that I have to get, or 69 other shinies that I have to get. There's so much content you can make in the next year. Oh, I know. There's so many videos. It's insane. So many videos are planned. And they're all relatively large. They're not as large as this video, but there are... Nearly every single video is at least 200 hours long. So... there's one that I don't know how long it is, but I can't imagine it's going to be insanely long, but it's going to be insanely fun. That's all I know. Very confident in that. It's gonna be a banger. Yeah, I pretty much told you guys all the videos that I'm doing this year. There really aren't any that are, except for one. If I have time to do it this year, we'll do it. But, do you think Diancie will be the Pokedex reward for ZA and home? No. No, I would guess it's probably gonna be Hoopa. If they don't do a separate one for DLC, because I used to say that, like, hey, they could do one for the base game and then one for Mega Dimension, but you guys told me that they have never done that ever, so it's kind of hard for me to believe that that's a scenario they'll do. But I think Hoopa is the most likely Pokemon to be done, or AZ Floette. But I think just based off of demand, I think that they'll probably do Hoopa. And then maybe AZ Floette would be like... Actually, no, it's probably AZ Floette and then Hoopa through some, like, distribution from a retailer. Was it Shiny Keldeo home? It is, yeah. Yep. I think AZ Floette would be an event. I just think...
Our home support should be soon since Champions is out in 2 weeks.
One can hope. One can hope. Now, I think it would make the most sense to base it off of the game it's related to, chat. You know, I don't really have anything to back up that evidence, but I could see AZ Floette being more likely than Hoopa, because Hoopa is something that would get a lot of people to go to stores. I don't know if AZ Floette would get as many people, you know? Because think of how many people went to GameStop to get Koraidon and Miraidon. Like, people went crazy for that. Now imagine if it was Ting Lu. How many of you would be scrambling to get to a GameStop? If instead of Koraidon and Miraidon, they released Ting Lu. I'm not saying that AZ Floette is the Ting Lu compared to the mythicals of Gen 6, but there is no way. There's no way. There's no way it's happened 3 times in a row at the same exact location. What is happening? It's already raining. Let me just be wet. Okay. All right, never mind. I didn't get baited. I didn't get baited. We're fine. They're just getting real generous. They're starting to sprinkle them in. It's just weird that it's the exact same timing every single time. Check time? We have check time in 20 minutes. What do you mean? Hi, John. I finally have this game now. That's what we like to see. Do the fart with reverb. Do you guys think I could replicate fart with reverb, like on my own? Like we don't even need it. Not bad! Not bad! That was pretty good. Dusty fart. Where's that guy that said YouTube chat is the childish one? Exactly, chat. Or thanks for the 28 months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. This should be a new sub alert. A fart. A fart should be the new sub alert. Have we lost the plot, chat? Is there a sound the game makes when a shiny is near? Yeah. It's like a little ring. Ring. That was a good farm. Good farm. How hard is it to not say stream stims IRL? Okay, we need to you need to understand this. It's not a stream stim. It's a stim that makes its way into stream. Like, I'm not being performative and I'm not doing stims on stream for your entertainment. I'm doing them because I have no escape from them. That's my life. All right. Boink. See ya. Please, one more Drillbur. Everybody wants it. Everybody loves Drillbur. Please, one more Drillbur. One more Drillbur. Yeah, it's really bad because Nimi entertains them. She entertains every single one. She's like, oh, I like that one. I'm gonna use it too. And then it doesn't end. It doesn't ever end. Just create a new profile and replay Shield for Cubfu. I don't know how we got here, but you can do that. That is an option. If you want sad gaming lore, you can just take Cubfu and then never finish the DLC. And then Mustard gets really sad. And then you can just skip all of the DLC. He gets really upset that you got rid of Cubfu. He's like, I gave that to you. You idiot. I gave you that. I am your sensei. Listen to your sensei. Get him back. You traded him in Pokemon Home? Dear God. Isn't there another DLC where you can do that as well and it skips some things? I just forget which one. You get Cubfu in the Scarlet and Violet DLC? Yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't do any of those. The moment that I heard that they were shiny locked, I just didn't entertain any of them. I just leave them on the map and they just look really fun. I just like driving by Latios. I'm like, oh, hey, Latios. Ogre Pond. No, Ogerpon's at the end of the game. Oh, wait, no, that's true, because there is stuff after you catch Ogerpon. Yeah, I think there is some dialogue if you just immediately send it into Pokemon Home, but I'm not sure. I never tried that one. The Cubfu one is crazy because you get Cubfu basically like at the beginning of the DLC. Why do some of the Pokemon's eyes glow red? They're alpha. And they're stronger. Kieran flies over from Unova and super kills you. Not the super kill. What the heck? What the heck? Isn't there a specific battle where you're supposed to have Ogerpon in your party? Like after you catch it? Like when you go to fight your rival. Doesn't she request for you to have it? If you don't do that, she's like, all right, whatever. What's this shiny sound? I don't know. I just work here. There's just shiny in the loading screen. Somebody please look into that. Somebody please do some research. It reminds me of that one game. There's like a baseball themed 3DS game. And the concept was like if you the whole purpose is you had to buy things with real money, but the game taught you to haggle. Yeah, Rusty's baseball. And if you haggled with them, you can make it so you don't actually spend real money and you just like spend in-game currency or something like that. But you could actually still pay for it in full. And if you did pay for everything in full, you unlocked like a completely different dialogue of the game. And they really incentivize for you to not spend your actual money. But if you just don't listen to them and actually spend money on the game, it gives you a completely different section. And it was so unknown at the time that there was like some character that was in that side of the game that was never recorded ever in history. Because nobody ever thought to actually pay the money for the game instead of bartering. Wow, look at all these holes. Look at all these holes that don't have a shiny. Not one of them. Man, I'm getting pissed. Getting freaking mad right now. It was paid DLC, it was. Yeah. Yeah, because was the game free? I think it was. Or no, I think it cost like $5 and then you could pay extra. Free to start. The Champions treatment, everybody. The Champions treatment. I am actually excited to play that. Would you guys be shocked if I try to go for a shiny starter in Champions? Rather than actually play the game? Like, is that good content? If I go for a rental Pokemon. If I get a shiny rental Pokemon. I guess my question is like, you can't, I don't think you can hunt for it, can you? Because don't you pick from 3 different options, like 3 different bushes, and then you're just given that Pokemon for the day? Is there actual confirmation or that you get shinies, or did you get one guide? I mean, I might have get one guide, but who cares? One can dream. Yeah, because if I had to do it multiple times, like I had to like pay to re-roll for new encounters, I'm definitely not gonna, I might do it. I may do it. Possibly might do it. It was confirmed. There you go. There you go, everybody. Oh, she got Pickle. She got Pickle. I want that large Pickle. I feel like I need to give more context. I want the large Pickle. It's good enough. It's good enough. I want it now. 5 gifted is 1 reroll in champions. Not a terrible idea. We'll have to see how it works. How does shiny hunting work? Is this just base odds? Yep, it's 1 in 4,096. We can't get the shiny charm. We are still in the main story. And no matter how much research we do and aspire to complete, can't do it. Can't do it. She's streaming soon. I think she just went live. Yeah. Are the permanently recruited Pokemon champions just stuck in that game? No, I can't imagine they would do that. No. The only thing that I do know that they do is they wipe all of the EVs off of the Pokemon. But I think that's only while it's in champions. Oh, if you send a Pokemon into champions, it's... Okay, sorry. Before I say it, I don't want to say anything incorrect. If you put a Pokemon into champions, can you take it out of champions? If you put your own Pokemon from Pokemon Home into champions, can you take it out of champions? Yes, okay. I was gonna say, that'd be like an insane flaw in the system and weird to do that as well. But yeah, Pokemon that you get through champions can't ever leave champions. That one was a given. Like if you get any rental Pokemon, yeah, absolutely not. That's stuck in there. I'm gonna use my shiny Rayquaza that I got from Pokemon Emerald when I was 13. I'm gonna use that in Pokemon Champions. Here we go, everybody, there it goes. You don't really send it to Champions, it's just linked to home. I mean, that makes more sense because that's also how Battle Revolution worked in a way. Because Battle Revolution basically took a snapshot of your current boxes that you had in Diamond and Pearl and then just imported those into the game. So you never actually put Pokemon into the game, you just put a current preview of all of the Pokemon that you have that were in your boxes. I want to use my shiny Kyogre from Go. I want to get shiny Kyogre from Sapphire. I really do want to hunt that one day. Out of any of the three, like the 3 main legendaries in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I think that is the coolest one. Like Rayquaza's cool, but I think Rayquaza is way cooler in the embedded tower in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. This can't keep happening, everybody. Somebody has to stop this madness. Yeah, it's just so vibrant. Yeah, I think Groudon is also just cooler to hunt in Gen 4. Same with Rayquaza. And if you want to hunt the Lotties, I think Lotties are just better to hunt not in Gen 3. Like, it's just, they just look cooler in Gen 4 and Gen 5. Have I caught up to you yet? Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. I'm missing Gibble, and I'm missing Absol. I think you said last time you're missing Gibble and Sandile, but I assume that you're probably past that by now. Yeah, and we'll do that when the time comes to do the Gen 3 shiny decks. I will. Why haven't you gotten it yet? Why haven't you used your Prime sub by linking your Amazon account to your Twitch account for a free Prime sub for after viewing emotes? You're working on Hoenn Route Master? Crazy. I love that people are doing Route Master. Now, I'm gonna be a little ignorant for a second. Did Brosidon come up with Route Master? Because I have seen, since his video, I've seen so many people start doing Route Masters. I've seen so many people do them. It's such a fun video series. It's just like, it would take such an insane amount of time. Oh yeah, he did say it was inspired by RuneScape. I've just never played that. Why knock out the Drillbur? We found out some new tech. We found some new gaming tech. And so, if you only have a few spawns in the middle, which is the core of what we're hunting. If we want to get Gibble, we can only get it in the pits, or the holes that are in the ground. And so sometimes this area will bug out and then it won't spawn a whole bunch of them when it's supposed to spawn about 6 of them in the center, 5 to 6 of them. If you just knock out one Drillbur, it will, once it respawns, it will reset all of the pits. So you just have to wait 2 minutes after you catch one, and then you'll see 2 minutes from now, there's just gonna be filled. This entire section is gonna be filled with them. And here's the craziest part, chat, is there's probably other locations in the game that have that issue. It's just we don't know that. This is the first time we've experienced it. What's a Route Master? The concept is you basically go from route to route, catching every single shiny Pokemon. And you can't leave the route until you get every single shiny Pokemon. And Brosidon has done the most popular one so far of Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And he has done 4 routes, right? He's 100% each route. Yeah, for sure. But like that's one of those things, like that's so small in comparison to like the core of the video. How's that different from Professor Oak? It's different in the sense that it's more like strict. And he's not leveling up everything after. I asked him, he said he's not doing it. Yeah, it's just a harder Professor Oak. It wouldn't really apply in this game. But yeah. Opinions on Digimon? You don't want to hear my opinions on Digimon. I'm sorry. You don't. You just be ignorant to what I feel about that game or about that franchise. You won't like my responses. I think they look cool. I'll say that. I think they look cool. It's just the last time I spoke down on Digimon, people did not like it. No, I don't hate it. I just said, all I said last time somebody asked me about it is I said that the theme song for Digimon is really bad. And you guys got really bent out of shape when I said that. Because it's not very good. It's not very good. I wouldn't even say that it's a song. It's almost just a loop. You are so wrong, I'm sorry. Welcome to the realm, chat, of opinions. My opinion is just as right as yours. The Japanese theme is far better. I'm down to listen to it. We can figure something out. We can meet in the middle somewhere. All right, we got 1 minute until I check. Surely we get something. There's also multiple versions of it. Isn't that just like seasons? Oh, as you can see, there's now more pits in the center. And some of them get spread out to the side, so not all the time are you gonna get like 5 or 6 in the middle, but sometimes you get all 6 right in the center, and it's kind of crazy, but it's cool. See, it's 5. And nobody knows why it's the way that it is. Because if you just keep walking through here, you would think since you're not affecting any of the Pokemon, like you're not interacting, catching, defeating any of the Pokemon, none of it would change. But after a certain amount of time, they just start disappearing. Is the ranch this weekend fossils? The ranch this weekend is totally up in the air as to what we're actually going to be doing. Why is there never a pit on the far half? What do you mean? There's one right here. Oh, you're talking about up here? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that happens. All right, it's check time, everybody. 2 bird. No Garbodor. Any kind and thoughtful creatures over here? Anybody want to show up? No. Nothing, man. Wow. Any bird? No bird. Quasi. All right, chat. To be honest with you, chat, that notification I got earlier, I feel like I have to like go take care of that because it is kind of making me a little bit anxious. Just the make sure that everything's good with my bank stuff. So I kind of want to go take care of that. However, we did get a couple shinies today, right? We got 2 of them. I think 3 of them. Yeah, we got 3 of them. But I think that's gonna do it for today. I won't be live tomorrow because I'm gonna be working on constructing, putting this video together. And I will be back on Friday. And you know, maybe tonight I get Absol and we'll probably just do the Zone 8 Rancherama. I think is the game plan for Friday. Either way, just be prepared to have your Legends ZA game ready. But I think that's gonna do it. Because today is Wednesday, right? It is Wednesday. Okay, yeah, so I won't be live tomorrow, but I'll be live on Friday. Anyways, let's see who is live right now on the web. I'm just gonna send you to, oh, you can see Fat Pika. Wait, you can see Fat Pika. All right, chat, thanks for stopping by. I will see you guys on Friday. Big day Friday, big day Friday. All right, chat, thanks for stopping by. See ya, goodbye. See you later. Goodbye, everybody, see you later. Goodbye, have a great day, see you later. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.